Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. I don't even know whether we're live or not.
We are now.
We are now. So I have Karen in the kitchen, so hi everyone, give us a wave, let us know that you're here. Not actually sure what we're going to do tonight, we're just going to play with the sweet stamp. So hi Karen.
Hi.
Now Karen has just told me that she thinks she's got two cameras off, so we're just going to have a look at those cameras. Are they working, Karen? Can you see them?
Nope, they're not on.
They're not on?
They're not on.
Right, okay. Just let me go and have a look at them a minute, all right, so we can see them on, because they were on before, and not to know why they're not on now. So I might just leave Karen looking at us, talking to you for a minute. So just pop around there, Karen.
Okay.
They're definitely not on. Yeah, they're there, Karen.
Yeah.
That one's there.
You see, I can't even find cameras anymore.
Hey. Go on, Karen, say hello to them.
Hi.
So that one, do you want to put your hands in front of the camera so I can see that it's working? Yep, that's that one. And then it's the over the top one that we haven't got, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, okay then. So I think we can probably manage without the over the top one.
Yeah.
Let me just have a look. So sorry everybody.
So, Carol's going to be busy showing you how to do plenty of sweet stamps tonight and talk about a lot of things.
So it's turned off this camera, that's why. I think possibly.
There's a charge run out.
Yeah, definitely the charger's run out. So just give us a minute.
Aren't you glad this is live? You can see how many boo-boos that we actually do.
I don't know why it wasn't plugged in, but anyhow, we'll have to work with two cameras. So let's just see.
We've been too busy having a good time, haven't we?
So do you want to get up the comments, Karen?
Yes.
So hi everyone, so tonight I thought that we'd have a play with the sweet stamp. We've only got two cameras because I've been messing around in here since about 5 o'clock and I hadn't noticed that that camera wasn't plugged in, so we're just going to have to manage with two. So and Karen is buzzing off somewhere now. I don't know where she's going to. Where are you off to now, Karen?
So I'm just making sure it was working all right.
All right, can you not make sure it works up there?
Yeah. It's
Right.
working fine.
Good. Okay then. So she'll be reading comments, so do feel free to ask. So I'm going to try and give you some hints and tips, my hints and tips, my way. Now the reason my way is because it's like your way. So there's some of you who can use the sweet stamps and they're really good because you've been using them for a while, you're imaginative, you're artistic. And then you get someone like me and Karen who are like, just throw it together. So we've just been laughing our head off at this. So Karen comes in and I've been playing with this one. So there I am, I'm really happy that, can you see that there,
We
Karen?
can see that there, yeah.
So I'm really happy that I've cut this shape out and I've used one of the shapes like this. So these are, what I'm going to do is tell you what not to do. So I've cut the shape out. I'm really very happy. Now what Amy does now is she sticks it right onto the back of the plaque. So the plaque is an acrylic plaque, okay? We sell them in singles and we also sell them in packs of 5 as well. So you tell me which camera I need to be on, Karen?
You're on this one talking to
So
me
we
now.
sell them in singles and we sell them in packs of 5. Now I've not brought any home because I may as well just reuse these. So what I did was I cut it out, got carried away. I thought, oh, I'll write something in. Then I thought I would flood it, muck around with it. Then I thought I would go over it again. And then I said to Karen, oh, you know what, Karen, I'll just go and stick it on me plaque. So what do you think I've done? As I've just broke it now. So what do you think I've done?
Yeah.
So it might have been a good idea that after cutting the plaque, I actually put it on the plaque and then have it the right way round. So this would have to be just like on a cake, on the side of the cake. So we could pop it on the side of the cake or play with it. So I just thought that was quite a good thing to show you because there's nothing more disheartening than doing all the hard work, painting it all, and then it doesn't fit your cake topper. So schoolgirl error, and I hope you enjoyed that one for a bit of a giggle. Yeah? So any comments, Karen?
No, Nikki's saying it just proves we're live.
Yeah. So anyhow, so I hope you've all been buying your sweet stamps. Have you got them all? Now we have had problems with deliveries this week and you are so good. We did put up a notification as soon as we became aware that our parcel had gone missing, and I don't even know where it is. I don't know if it's gone missing or what, but Monday's deliveries went out to Hermes. Half of the parcels got delivered, half of them didn't. We don't know why. There's no explanation. Nobody can tell us anything. What I must tell you is I don't deal with Hermes direct. I'm not a big enough company to deal with them direct. I have to deal with another courier who's in between. So he's my main point to speak to, and they can't give me an explanation. So I can't speak to Hermes because I don't have an account with Hermes, and my guy is not giving me any answers. So it's a little bit difficult, and the same happened again on Tuesday. Now, I know some of you are really frustrated, not half as frustrated as we are. I can't tell you how heartbreaking it is that my staff come in at 7 in the morning on a Monday and Tuesday and they work till 5, and sometimes they'll work till 6. And last week when we had a busy day, John and James actually came in at 6 in the morning, 6 till 6, to make sure we got everything out. So the staff work really hard. So when something like that lets us down, we're equally as disappointed as you guys. But you know what? We're all humans. The people in Hermes are humans. The couriers are humans. You know, we don't know what's happened on the road. A couple of weeks ago, I was driving down the motorway with John, and we ended up being sat in this horrible traffic jam for ages. And on the other side of the road, as we were crawling, we crawled past a Yodel van, and then a DPD, and then a Hermes. And I said to John, oh my God, it's a nightmare. And they were in the same type of traffic as well. But you know, as we got further down the road and we actually drove past what had actually happened, it was a 3-car pile-up, and on the news when we Googled it, someone had lost their life. So really, delayed parcel, lose your life. We have to be realistic. You know what, sometimes we just have to learn to deal with these things. Now, most of you, 90% of you, are absolutely really good. I've given you a phone call, you've been lovely, you've been pleasant. The girls in the office have rang you, but there has been a few really bad emails. And you know what, I don't pay my staff enough money to take bad emails. Lots of companies now, you know, us British, we're very polite. And you know what, we'll accommodate it, but I won't. I'm not going to have my staff spoken to badly. So I asked them to reflect those emails to me, and then those people have actually dealt with themselves. I believe 1 or 2 people wrote some nasty comments on the group today. What I am really pleased is how you, as a group, jumped on the group and defended me. And you know what? That made our day. That made all the girls in the office happy. It made my day. It made me feel, you know what? We are doing a good job. We're trying really, really hard. So, anyhow, that's all that over and done with. Anyhow, the lady who did that, she realised she got her bottom kicked and she's left the group. And I'm very happy that she has. And any of those of you who wrote nasty emails to me, maybe you might be looking and thinking about what I've had to say. That's quite honest and open about those types of things. So let's get back to Sweet Stamp. Okay, how many of you bought them? Because let me tell you now, you must have all bought them. You've gone crazy. I had massive loads of stock, massive. I bought a whole load of stock off Amy to do this deal, and when I say loads of stock, you will not believe how many pallets came in. And then I did this deal for you guys, and we are sold out on loads of it. I think nearly all of it. I think there's a few sets left. I think there's a few of the exclusive, there's a few of the urban
and curly.
sweet sticks.
And sweet
sticks, curly, urban, and there's very few of the sugar and crumb set, and there's a few of the vanilla. There's no cookie, so I wanted to show you a few of the sets, how to use them. I'm not the best, I haven't used them in a long time, so I've just been playing here today, and hopefully you're going to enjoy playing with me. What I did want to do is show you about opening up a pack of stamps. And I did one on Karen the other day. Karen popped up here. So I said to Karen, I'm going to show them how to open up a packet. So I opened up a packet, and then, there you go, Karen, you can put them away.
And it was like a good puzzle.
So she was really chuffed.
Jane's really happy that you're doing it, because she's just opened hers today and she's never used them, so she's really happy that you're going to do it.
Goody good. So just let me get a little palette now for a moment. So I have got the sniffles, so if you hear me sniffing, I am really sorry. But you know what, I've worked like a demon this year, like I do every year. And I've just done 2 shows, and when I've done shows, I always come back with some sort of bug, husky voice or whatever. And so if you do hear me sniffing, I do apologise. Right, so let's talk about opening up the sweet stamps, okay? So you get your sweet stamps, and they come in all different shapes and sizes. They all come in all different shapes and sizes. You've took off your wrapping, and you must be careful with them, okay? You know, lots of you say, you know, they're expensive. Well, yeah, of course they're expensive. Amy's done a really good job of these, and you'll see that I actually don't sell any similar product. You'll see on my website, and some of you get the way that I work, and some of you don't get the way that I work. I'm very much about protecting brands and people whose ideas it was, and people who put a lot of effort into their brand. So you'll find that, you know, I'm looking after Dinky Doodle, I'm looking after Amy Sweet Stamps, Natalie Porter. I want to look after those people. I want to work with those people. I believe in their product. So I actually don't want to bring another product alongside it. So you'll see that I don't actually bring anything else. And some people think that's a bit strange, but some people are in business to make a lot of money, and I'm in business on a moral reason. I want to make sure you guys get a good product at the best price I can afford to give it you at, and I want you to work with a really nice company, which I believe that we are. Okay, so this set is the exclusive set. Amy colour codes all her sets, so like you'll get the cookie set, which is in lemon, you'll get the vanilla set, which is in pink, you'll get the classic set, which is in lilac, orange. Look how pretty these are. Then the other thing is, when she puts them on the board, they are on the board exactly the way that they should fit on your cake. So, well, they're A to Z, okay? And how they are is the position they should be in. So you don't flip them over. So I've seen one of two of you put the curly R's the wrong way round, but have a look how it is on the board. And if it's slanted, that's how it should be in the writing. That's the way it is. She's done it really quite neat, actually. Now, there's two sets here that have uppercase, lowercase, and letters. So I'll just let Karen show you those. Can you see those on the camera there, Karen?
You can now, yeah.
So this is the magical set. I'm not sure if we've got any of these left. Very few.
Very few.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if we've got any of these left, but I do think we've probably got about 5 to 10 left if we had. Now, when I say these are uppercase and lowercase, the magical set is all capitals, but it's a larger capital and a smaller capital and a set of numbers. But I didn't actually know how to write it on the website, so I've had to put uppercase, lowercase, because technically for this font, that's exactly what it is. But the actual font design is capitals. And that is the same for this classic set as well. This classic set is sold out. I definitely know that this is sold out. And again, this comes in A to Z, uppercase, lowercase, numbers. So you've got numbers there, you've got the hashtag, hashtag, @ and exclamation mark, question mark there. So again, all capital letters, but the two sizes, yeah? So I'll pop those out the way there. And then these sets here, so a lot of you went crazy for the cookie set. And I think most of you go crazy for the cookie set because it's called cookies. You all think it's for cookies, which yes it is, cupcakes. So everybody went mad on those, and believe me, we had hundreds of these in as well. But they've all gone, okay? And when the new ones come in, they won't be at this price. So I can't, so a few of you have emailed me and said, you know, are you getting them in? Well, yes, we will get them in again, but they go back to the full price again. So what I have suggested to people is, if you want the cookies, then look at the vanilla, because this is exactly the same. So are you there, Karen?
You're on it, yeah.
So you'll see that I've actually been playing with the vanilla already, and I'll show you what I've been doing there. So I have been printing Oh Baby on this little cupcake topper, so you can see how it fits on nice. The vanilla again fits on a small one, so I've just put Love You on there. Kiss Me, so you can get as small as you want. This one here, can't remember which font I used for that one now. I think that is the vanilla as well. Let me have a look. H, no it's not. H. Yeah, it's the cookie one, this one. So it's quite nice. Can't get myself muddled up. Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, nice. That's the vanilla. And that's the vanilla. Yeah, there they go. So I've been playing with both of them. So they're quite nice, so that you can see that they're the same size. So there's still some of these left, but I think there's probably only about 10 sets left now. And that was before I came in here at 5 o'clock. So if you want them, do make sure that you grab them. In the smaller sets, you get lots of duplicates as well. So you can see there's 3 A's, 2 E's, 2 O's, 2 S's, 2 I's. So for the vowels, there's 2 U's. Yeah, can you see that? Can you see them okay, Karen?
Yeah.
And the same on the cookie set as well. You get 2, but you get 2 A's, 2 E's, 2 I's, 2 O's, S, U's. You only get 1 V, and you only get 1 V in this one as well. A, E, I, O, U. So I don't know why you get 2 S's. There you go. They're on there. So I just thought I'd quickly show you those. Anybody asking any questions, Karen? Get your phone up, Karen.
They're just saying they've got the sets, they love them. Hello from Yvonne in Aberdeen, and Caroline's got 6 sets now.
Some of you got a bit greedy, didn't you? So some of you already had all the sets, didn't you? I actually had quite a lot of them already, and I know lots of other people have had them and said, well, we don't need any more, but at that price I am going to have them. So basically, the reason I did that sale was a pre-Black Friday sale, okay? So we've done that for that reason, but the other thing is we want to smash them copiers out. We want to show everybody, you know what, stop copying products, have a look at this, go for the very best. Go for the very best, and I want you to start decorating, showing everybody what you can do. Go and have a look at Amy's Instagram page. Go and have a look at her Facebook page. She's got loads and loads and loads of videos, and Maria's going to start playing all the videos. She's been playing some of ours, and then she's going to start downloading next week, playing all Amy's videos, so that you get loads of inspiration and ideas. If you want to pop over to Amy's website, it's Amy Cakes on Facebook. Amy Cakes, and or I think it might be called Sweet Stamp by Amy Cakes, but if you put in Amy Cakes you will find it on Facebook, and the same again on Instagram. It will come up, and loads of ideas and inspiration. So let's just talk about the types of solutions that you need to use when you're painting. Now you can use vodka if you want to, or you can use this product, Dip in Solution or Rejuvenator, okay? These are 98% alcohol, they're pure alcohol, and these are the large bottles. We also do a small bottle as well, very tiny one. Have I got any left? No, I didn't think I had.
It's a 14 ml size, isn't it?
Yeah, the 14 ml, the small ones. I don't generally use them myself anymore now, because we've got that many teachers coming here now to teach you that we just go through these really fast. And I think these are about £6.50 each, aren't they, Karen?
Yes.
And they're actually much more economical than buying the small one. So Dip in Solution and Rejuvenator Spirit, exactly the same product really. And these are great, and we recommend that you use these. Now, I used to say to people you could use vodka, gin, you know, white alcohol, and I thought that was the right thing to do. But Marion Frost, Natalie Porter, Hilary was in here the other day, and they all said the same. No, don't use these types of things, because it will help your product dry a lot faster. For those of you who can't have this, then you do have to use your lemon juice, but make sure you don't use one with a pith. Then another thing a lot of people ask me is, how do you clean your brushes? So it's a bit of a nightmare when I've got students in the classroom, because they throw them all in the sink at the end of the day, and so when they're all cleaning up, I find that all my brushes have gone through the sink. But I'll just show you the right way to clean them. And how you should clean them is get yourself a bowl of corn flour. So I don't know whether you can see that. Put them in wet, don't put them in dry. Okay, give them a really good, so not flour, corn flour. Give them a really good brush around. And then when you come on here, on your tissue, and then you'll eventually get all the colour out. So I was painting in gold before. Well, actually it was bright yellow. And eventually, if you keep rubbing it on the thingy, so we'll just keep going there. Makes them nice and dry, and it saves you having all your brushes going rotting, wetting, wet, and so all the bristles falling out. And it's a really nice way of keeping them clean. And again, that's another tip I learned, and I think I learned that off Marion Frost. She's great for tips, and she's back here on the 16th of December. So we've got we're doing our final live. I think our final live, which is it?
The
19th of December.
Oh yeah.
We've got our office party live, okay, so that's going to be fun. So I dropped it on the girls the other day, because when Maria and I were looking at the calendar, our calendar is full. So on Monday we've got Amy Coyle in, so she's going to show you her cake cream, which is Swiss meringue buttercream in a packet. So she's going to bring that over and decorate with that, and that's not Amy Coyle, that's Emily Coyle. both beautiful girls. Then on Wednesday, we've got the fabulous Amy Archibald from Sweet Cheek. She's in, and she's going to be decorating using the fake Cahill dust. She's going to be using another colour that I've recommended that she uses, and she's going to make an avalanche rose for you. So she'll be in. On the Monday the 25th, we're down at Karen Davies, and then I can't remember what's happened on the Thursday after. Can't really remember what's happening then, but anyhow, we'll think of something. But we go right the way through to December. I think we've got Sarah Doyle coming in, we've got Julie Rogerson coming in, and we also have so we've got Marion Frost in on Monday the 16th, but on the 19th I sent the girls an email, and we're doing the Sugar and Crumbs staff office party.
Yeah.
So all the girls in the office have been told that they've got to come and do a demo. So that means that Maria has got to come and make something in front of you guys. Laura, you've never seen any of those girls do anything in front of you before. Laura's doing something. Karen is having to do something as well, and me, and Yin. Now Yin, nobody's heard of Yin, but Yin, if you go to the social morning, you do meet up with Yin, and she's a lovely lady who's been working for us just under a year. She's fabulous. So, but she's a Chinese girl, and they don't like sweet stuff. And she said, I've been looking on Instagram what I think I can make, and I said, well, surely you must have some sort of sweet stuff. She went, no, I don't really like it. And funny enough, I had a Chinese girl in the class yesterday, and she said the same. She makes cakes, but she shouldn't eat them because they don't like sweet stuff. So God knows what she's going to make. But anyhow, she's never been on Facebook. So she told her husband the other night that she's on, and he said, I'm definitely watching that. So I reckon that's going to be a fun night. So you can see these brushes now, can't you? See how they're cleaning? Do any of you do this with your brushes?
Gina Lee says she was taught that way at college.
Yeah. Do you know, I think before Marion had told me, I had heard it before, but you just end up throwing them in the sink. And anyway, I've stopped doing that now for a long time, because I think Marion told me right in the early days when she come. And look, they're nice and clean. You do get out the colour again. Look, brushing it on there. So and then if you're not sure, just give it another dip in here. Clean it all out. So I just thought I'd give you that little tip for cleaning them out. And then this, you can actually just save in a little container. So let's see if we get this ruby out. So do you like this idea? Have we got any
Certainly
feedback,
do.
Karen?
Absolutely, they think it's a fabulous idea. Now, was that paint on that paintbrush, or was it dust?
We've got combinations of paint and dust, but they've all been through the rejuvenator. So they've all been wet. So they've not all been dry dusted, they've all been wet. So, and then I want to show you something else as well. So before we get painting and messing around, so I just need to clear up this board. So let me just do this a minute, clean them all up. And you'll see it gets finer and finer. And then you just get yourself a clean tissue. Clean tissue, give them all a nice wipe. And then they're all ready to go back in your jar again. There you go.
Perfect.
And then I need to teach my students when they come in class, stop throwing the brushes in the sink. There you go. Yeah? So we'll clean those up afterwards. Really good. Right, then another little tip that I wanted to show you as well. Let's get rid of that. So I'm all about saving money as well. So some of you do throw away your dust, and you don't have to. So I used this a couple of hours ago. I think I came in here about 5 o'clock. So see this. So this is the, which colour was this? Yeah, this is the Colour Splash Ruby that I was using. So it's all dried out. So you can see all these are dried out. So if you, after I've just cleaned my brush now.
I was just thinking that.
So, pardon?
I was just thinking that.
But if you've just cleaned your brush, so do you remember I said the alcohol evaporates? Yeah? So when you come to wash these paint trays afterwards, they're a real pain in the arse. Sorry. So they're a real pain in the bottom to clean, all right? But it's nice to get all the dust, and look at that. You've got all your dust again, and that's all what you were going to throw in the bin. So we're going to open that up, exactly the same colour. Look how much there's there.
think of how many
Save it.
pounds I must have washed away down the sink.
Yeah, exactly. I was showing people at Cake and Bake. I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance when we were at Cake International. So this one is the yellow. So there you go. But you've got to wait until it's dry though. Okay. So you've got to wait until it's thoroughly dry. It's actually quite therapeutic. It's quite. I don't know. If you stand here doing it, it's actually quite fun to clean it, and it actually cleans up a lot better than actually washing it, because what happens is you end up with it all going gunky in your tray and everything, and you save it. Anyway, I'm not going to clean them all here, but I just thought I'd show you that, so hopefully you like that as a little tip as well. Sometimes you can do them in the lid, so if you don't want to use your tray, pop it in your lid there, but add your rejuvenator.
Can you come down a bit?
Yeah, add your rejuvenator, so pop your dust in there, add your rejuvenator, use what you need to use, let your lid dry, clean it all in your lid, tap it all in, put your lid back on. That's if you're only using one colour and you don't want to use a whole tray. So I'll sort those out afterwards. Okay, and then while we're talking about dust, let me just talk to you about something. I'm just going to blow my nose. So as I said to you before, I have got a runny nose today, so anybody who's new to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, anything that's in here we're just playing with, so nobody's eating it, so don't worry. I'm blowing my nose, you know, we all have to do it, and you know, so you're not eating it, so just give me a moment.
Sarah makes all her paint up in tiny jam jars, pops the lid on until the next time.
Yeah, that's another way to do it. Yeah, absolutely. So, so what else was I going to show you? Right, so I was going to talk to you about dust, because this happens to be a little bit of a row all the time, and I just want to talk you through it. Let me get some dust out of here. Put it in there. Right, so when you get dust, when you sell things, you can either sell things on volume weight or the actual weight, okay? So at Sugar and Crumbs, we have to sell things on weight, and we don't have an E next to our product. If you have an E next to it, it means that you can be under the weight or over the weight. Well, we actually have to be over the weight. So that means that on our bags of icing sugar, if it says 500 grams, you have to have 500 grams in there. And what that means is that basically you get about 513, 520, depending how generous the boys are. Sometimes they go a bit mad and put a little bit more in. But we, as a company, that's where we are at the moment. And that's because of the type of machinery that we've got. Now, the bigger manufacturing companies that have got the automated manufacturing process all the way along, they have a different type of weight, which means that they can be under. Okay, so they can be a gram or two under and a gram or two over. I actually can't remember what the terminology is for that, but it actually saves a lot of money in the long run, because all those grams add up. So we actually lose money because we've got to put more grams in, whereas other companies who have all the automated machinery, they've got to be within a certain margin. So I wanted to talk to you about dust. So dust actually are the density of them. Some can be very heavy and some can be very light and fluffy. So you'll notice that when we do cocoa powder, we can only sell cocoa powder in 250 gram bags, and yet the bag is exactly the same size as a bag of icing sugar. Now the reason for that is we can't fit 500 grams in because it's very fluffy, and when the boys do cocoa week, they hate it because everything is brown, everything. The walls, the machinery, everything is brown. They go in white, they come out with a suntan, the hair's all brown, everything. It just floats everywhere, and that's because of the density of the cocoa powder. And then the clean down takes us nearly a week for cleaning it down as well. Again, that's another nightmare. Well, that's the same with dust, okay? So when you buy these pots, okay, and they don't actually tell a weight on, it means that they have a variant. So it means that the pot is full to the top. So that's volume. Okay, so that means that size there. Now you could empty this one. I'm not saying it's this one, but you could empty this one and it may weigh 6 grams. And you could empty this one and it may weigh 2 grams. But the volume weight is exactly the same. So you guys are really happy about that because you feel that you've got 2 full pots. Yeah, so you get your pots in, there you are, and you're all happy and they're full, and you check them, yeah, absolutely full to the rafters, and away you go. Colour Splash are on a different thing altogether. So Colour Splash do a very big pot. Look at the size of that to that, okay? So they do a very big pot, and the reason they chose to do a very big pot is that they have to put 5 grams in. So on theirs, you'll see it's actually got 5 grams in. Yeah, so they have to work the same as us at Sugar and Crumbs. They have to fit 5 grams in. So when you buy pots of these, some of you will go on the group and you'll say, you'll get your pots and you'll go, let me see if I've got a low one, okay, and you'll go, look at these, feel as though I've been robbed, because you're expecting these to be absolutely full to the top. Well, 5 grams full to the top is more than 5 grams. They've done these big tubs so that 1, they can fit a definite 5 grams in, 2, so you can fit your paintbrush in, you're not knocking anything out, because when these come and they're full, like this is a brand new one. Let's get one that's open. So when they're absolutely full, look, when you pop your brush in, you can knock a little bit out over the sides. So Colour Splash has done it so that you could go straight into the pot and you can put your brush in, take it out, you can give it a shake, you know, give it a shake, whatever. So don't think you're being robbed by Colour Splash. You're not actually being robbed by any of them. You're actually getting what it says. So what it says on here is you're getting this tub filled to the top, getting this tub filled to the top, you're getting this tub filled to the top. But if you emptied all the colours and weighed them, they're all different weights. So it's only this company that gives you the weight. But does it matter? No, doesn't matter at all, because you are getting exactly what you paid for. Volume, weight. It all does the same thing. So hopefully that clears up a few things for you, and I'll let you do your feedback, and Karen can tell me what you think of that. So I'm hoping that's useful to you. I might have to run off and blow my nose again.
You're getting some love hearts and some thumbs up anyway. Yeah. Emma says butter's always under the 250 gram includes the wrapper. So they don't really, so a lot of shops do it because the butter, the 250 gram, is with the wrapper included.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong, no one's robbing you. And the thing is, with Colour Splash, it's actually the cheapest one as well. It's the cheapest colour out there. So, and it's actually really very good. So all of them I use Colour Splash, Faye Cahill, Rainbow Dust, Fractal, all of them are great colours, all of them, all those products are really very, very good. So you'll have no problems. I actually don't sell any ranges I don't like, so if I think that they're rubbish, then I'm not using them. And then there's some brands out there that are absolutely fabulous as well that we don't stock, but how many ranges do we want? You know, how many do we need? And we don't need any more. We've got sweet sticks in. I think 5 ranges of colour is more than enough. You can sort of lose yourself. You'll never get through them all. And they have years of life expectancy on them. So I think these here, yeah, so these ones have 4 years. The Faye Cahill I thought had 6 years, and they have 10 years. But they're dust. So they have a very long life. You'll never use them. So you'll never use a full pot. I'd be surprised if you did. So I just thought I would tell you that. And then what we'll do is now we'll move this board out of the way, and we'll come back to this board in a minute. And then we'll open the set of sweet stamps. And if you want to ask any questions, there's only me and Karen in the kitchen. It's not actually a tutorial tonight. It's just more of a conversation. So do join in the conversation, ask questions. Karen will try and catch them as fast as she can. And if any of you are on the group can answer the question for me. It will really help. Okay? So you get your sweet stamps, and then they come and they've got a shrink wrap around them. All right? So they don't come in a box. And some companies send them in a box like this. We'll talk about a box like this in a minute. So some companies send them in a box like this, which is perfectly fine. It's great. And if that's what you want for a storage box, I'll send you one. Because some of you say for, you know, what you pay, you want a storage box. Well, there you go. Squash your storage box. That's exactly what you get. Okay, so what are they? 50p? B&M? But anyhow, so we'll go there. So you take off your plastic wrapping. You know that all your letters are there, all your alphabet's there, all the right way round. Then what you need to do is make sure that you have a nice clear worktop. Karen's going to kill me for this one, but make sure that you have a nice clear worktop, and then don't face them towards you, okay? Face them away from you, because if you face them towards you, you're here this end, and there's a possibility that they'll bounce on the floor. So let's get them onto the worktop, okay? So you stand them up and then you tip them out, okay? And we only lost one, so that was good, wasn't it? So you tip them out. Any loose ones, just tap the board. And because I've used this before, they've come out fairly easy. Now, the one thing that I don't want you to do, and we've had customers do this, it says use your scriber if any are loose. And we've had people dig off this.
You come this way a bit.
Sorry. We've had people dig off this. They've stuck their scriber in there and dug it off, and they've told us that's what they've done because that's what they thought they had to do. So they've seen the letters on the top, haven't thought to empty the board, and dug in that thinking that was the way to get them off. So please don't do that. This is the bottom of the pad. That is your tray, okay? So that's your tray. That's your tray. That's your protector. There's your letters. You can see all your letters nice and clear now. And then then they're all loose there now, and then you have to put them back. Now when you put them back, the next time you use them, you're not going to tip them out again. Okay, you're not going to tip them out again because you don't need to, because you only want to use the letters that you want. Now I've already cleared this set, so it wasn't the best set for me to show you actually. I think possibly. Got any ones with bits? I bet I haven't got any ones with bits in. But anyhow, I think you can see on here, this one's a bigger set. So can you see these little triangles here? Yeah, you see them? Well, all those come with little triangles in. So when you tip them out, you end up with all these little triangles. And see that S got a hole? See that 6? It's got a hole. The 0, the T up here, what's this? A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, the J there. So, you know, where they've all got the little gap. Yeah. Sorry, I've been playing with these before, so I've got little bits of sugar paste in them. So where they've got the gap, all that will pop out. So some of it you can see. Now this one here, that won't pop out because it's attached to the board. But this one, because a 6 goes all the way round, then that little bit will pop out. Because that's a 5, that won't pop out because it's part of the board, same as the 4. These will pop out. So when you've sorted out all your letters, put them back in your tray, okay? And what I do is I nip down to Hobbycraft. And I actually buy one of these trays. I think they cost me £3.50, £4.50, not very much. And I actually store mine in there. I like them, they're all together, just sit them on top of each other. Some of you cling film wrap them. Some of you cling film wrap them and put them in a Ziploc bag, which is really great. It's like anything you've got, if it's expensive, you know, you look after it. How many of you have got a diamond ring, a diamond engagement ring? Costs your husband a fortune. And what do you do with it? You wash your hands and you leave it on the side. How many of you never been able to find it? So you've got to look after things, haven't you? So when you're talking about your sweet stamps and how much it cost you, think about how you are leaving that diamond ring hanging around the house and how many times you lost it. Because believe me, I've lost mine a fair few times. Mine even went through the washing machine last year. The cleaner found it because I put it in my jeans. Found it in that she found my ring in the washing machine. She found my wedding ring in the tumble dryer. There you go. So came out of jeans. And lucky enough, she's an honest cleaner, because to be fair, I freaking had no idea where they were. So I was slightly stressed, and I didn't say anything to her, but she came and said, Carol, I've just found these. One in the washer, one in the dryer. So I'm not going to put these all back together, but I am going to show you that if you do get them delivered in a plastic box like this, and like I say, there's nothing wrong having them delivered in a plastic box like this. So what will happen is, you'll get them all like this. I'm sorry, I just have to get them all. So this is a pain, isn't it, every time you get these out. So they'll all arrive like this. They are a bit thicker as well, some of them. Drop one on the floor. So there they are, they're in the box. That's how you get them. Generally, by the time the box comes to you, it's squashed like that. And then you've got to store that in the cupboard, okay? So now you want to go and use your stamps. So what do you think you want to do what do you think you have to do now when you want to write your name? You've got to get them all out, set them all out, get your name, put them all back in. Next time you come to use them, set them all out again, find out you're missing a letter because you were in a rush last time, so you just scraped them all up like I did, put them back in the box, and then what do you think's happening here? Yeah. So that's how some companies send them, which is great. You know, I've got no problems with that if that's how they want to send them and that's how you like them, or because you want a storage box. Hey ho. There you go. Hey, that right, that didn't it, Cass?
You're a poet and didn't know it.
Oh, I thought I didn't know it. I thought I was a rapper last week. So anyway, I'm not going to put these back because I can't be bothered wasting my time. So I'm going to give that job to Karen to do because she really enjoyed it on Wednesday when she was here.
Maria, come back to work, please.
So anything you want to say? I just need a bit.
They'd rather have them in a tray than in a box. Absolutely. Keep them in the tray.
This is why I want you to talk about Sweet Stamp everywhere. Tell everybody how amazing they are because they are amazing. But like everything, you couldn't drive the car when you jumped in the car straight away, could you? You couldn't bake a cake when you first did one. You know, some of you were lucky and you baked one straight away and some of you came out with a flat top. And when I say flat top, it was flat and crusty and it was at the bottom of the pan. So we all have to learn to play with them, and I'm still learning to play with them. You know, if you want to have a look at videos, like I say, nip over to Amy Sweet Stamps on Facebook, Amy Cakes, just put any of those names in, and there's loads and loads of videos on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and they're amazing, loads of ideas. So let's start playing with something now then. So we've got the plaques, so I'm just going to roll out some sugar paste. That's what I was going to do. What was you going to ask me, Karen?
No, I was just see what you were doing.
So let's go. Where did we put that white sugar paste? There it is. So we've got our stamps. I'll have to get another set out now because I'm not sorting them out. Crikey.
I'm going home now, see you.
Save it for when Maria comes in the morning. Maria! So we didn't need Maria filming tonight, that's why she's not here. She did offer, but it's nothing for her to film to show you guys. So we're just going to roll out this. And before you ask about this, because I know you're going to.
You look dangerous.
I know, but before you ask, these are definitely on the way. I was only speaking to the guy again at Cake International. I was speaking to him last week. He assures me they are on the way. I'm sick to death of waiting for them myself. But they have to come in via the ship. And, you know, who knows when a ship's going to land. So, you know, sometimes they take 3 months, sometimes they say 6 months. Then they've got to get through customs. Then he's got to price them up. So he does say we're getting nearer to the time. So I can't wait to make the announcement to tell you that they're here. So
and then watch them fly out.
Pardon?
Watch them fly out.
Yeah, because you know how you all like these, how lovely and smooth they are. They're absolutely brilliant. And this is our 20-inch one, so it's just a nice handful. Yeah. So. So this board, this green board's a non-stick board. You'll see that I've actually not put anything on it. You don't have to. You don't have to layer it up with sugar paste or anything like that. So just roll out. And all you're going to do is keep moving it around. I must admit, I'm not the best roller. But anyhow, we'll go. So let's get this love heart cutter. So this is one of these for the plaque. So we'll do a nice love heart. Let's cut this one. So I have done this very deep. You don't need to do it as deep as this. I've done it very deep. Is that on camera there, Karen?
It certainly is.
Yeah. Would you prefer it there?
It's just nice there, yeah.
Look at that. See? Nice. And then what we want is we want to peel off a little bit of this. Yeah. And what I'm going to tell you to do is get yourself a clean dishcloth and just keep that wet there. Yeah. Another top tip. Bet you like these, don't you? So Karen, feel free to talk to me, love, because I feel lonely.
I am. Maureen's being very rude.
Maureen is.
She said you
Is
look
that
very...
Maureen Bailey?
No, Modine.
Oh, Mo.
She
Hi.
said you look.
She likes a good crack, Mo, doesn't she?
She said you look very rude holding the rolling pin.
Mo's from Ireland. They
Melissa-
call it Mo's from Ireland. They call it having a crack.
Yeah.
And she likes it there. My John's from Ireland, and at first when he said we're going for the crack, and his family used to say that, and they say, "What are you talking about that? Going for the crack?" And it's really funny when I get over there because I understand John so well, but when I get to Ireland and within an hour or even half an hour of him arriving there, I can't understand the freaking word he says. It's just so I end up just having to zone out. So they all get giddy, and I can only talk to them one at a time. So really funny, isn't it? So anyhow, so which font should we go for? So let's go for that. Let's go for this font. I really like this urban set. Yeah. So I did print out before on the board.
The clear acrylic rolling pins, they don't come with the guide depths, do they? No.
You don't want guide depth. I'll tell you what you want. In fact, I forgot to tell you guys, spaces. Just finding me spaces, wait a minute. So what you want is a set of these spaces, okay? Now, what are you laughing at, Karen?
It's not even it's not even 9 o'clock yet. Look at you.
So you want a set of these spaces, okay? I remember when I was a kid, you know, when you just get bashed by the ruler off your teacher, but a nice thin one. The thick ones didn't seem to hurt as much, but the thin ones, they really did hurt, didn't they? They used to ping them like that. Can't do them anymore. Anyhow, Barina used to sell these, and you know that we sell Barina smoothers. But she stopped doing them, so I've actually had them made myself. So I've got a guy who makes these. They're on the website. I can't remember how much they are, but I think if you just go in search and put spaces, you'll find them. Or they're under Sugar and Crumbs accessories, aren't they?
Yes.
And we've got our own ganache plates there as well, and a few other bits and bobs that we've snuck in that I've probably not told you about. So go over there and have a look. But these are 3mm deep, and that's what we've had ours made with, because that's what Barina recommends. So when you're rolling out your good quality sugar paste, so when you're rolling out your Island Select, your Renshaw Extra, whatever one it is that you prefer, your Massa, you know, you put your spacers there. Let's get these out of the way. This is going on to a different lesson, isn't it? So you put your spacers there. Where's my sugar paste? There's.
You're very versatile, aren't you?
Hey?
You're very versatile.
Well, we're not really doing anything
No.
tonight. We're just mucking about.
We're messing.
So, Maria said, "What are you teaching them tonight?" I said, "I don't know. Just thought I'd have a chat." So, anybody want to tell me the problems? Let's do a bit of agony aunting. I've got loads of agony aunting today. Hey, I think all the girls are. They're depressed with the palettes going missing and nasty emails. Anyhow, most of you have been very, very good. So you keep rolling it up and down. So what you do is you put them to the size that you want them. And if you've got this green board as well, they stay there as well, which is great.
Yeah, they are the pastry spacers, Jacqueline. You are right.
Yeah. And then you just keep rolling it out. Move it around. Wondering what paste I'm using here. I'm actually using Ivory Sugar Paste Direct, because that's what I had spare in the cupboard. I actually like them all, so you know, I'm not really that fussed about some of them, but I do like them all. I find that the Select Island Platinum is fantastic. The Select Island Select Silk is fantastic. The Island is meant to be like a Massaticino version. Renshaw, really like that, they're extra. So there you go, so you just roll that to the nice same depth. Got a bubble on there now. So you roll that to the nice same depth, go a little bit longer. And you can, if you want to, you can put a £1 coin down if you want, or €1, and measure it to that depth if you want to. There's nothing wrong with using that if you don't want to invest in spacers. But some people like having the spacers so that they can roll. They'll actually get their rolling pin on it and they'll feel it, touch it. So we're not quite there yet. Wasn't meant to be doing this, guys. I was meant to be showing you how to use the sweet stamps. So yeah, we get distracted. So anything else, Karen?
Well, Angie thinks you Wonder Woman.
Who?
Angie. She says, how do you manage to run a business at home and do all the evening videos? Wonder Woman.
No idea, Angie. Even the girls in the office don't know.
We don't.
They'll tell you. I don't know. John's asking me to slow down. It's part of the reasons now why I've changed my classes to a Wednesday, because I promised John and my children that I will start having a life at weekends, and that I will start, you know, I am a good wife, and believe it or not, I've told John that every day. So he's very lucky to have me. So, don't you think?
Yes.
He also knows I'm the boss at work, but I do tell him that he is allowed to tell everyone he is the boss, but all the staff know that I'm the boss. So as long as that we have that rule in place, it's great. It all worked really well. He's very happy. He tells everyone's the boss. They all do what I say.
Yeah.
So yeah, it works just like that, doesn't it? I am a good mum. Got 4 children. I've got 8 grandchildren. I do my best to try and spend as much time with them as I can. So there you go. So I've not used any on this board. You'll see. And are we up there? Yeah, we are. So we can go a little bit thinner if we wanted to. Anyhow, I'm not that confident of rolling out sugar paste, so I'm not going to roll out anymore.
Does the acrylic rolling pin get as much static as what the white ones do?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had problems with the white one.
No, it's just somebody was just asking on here.
I don't know. Don't think I've ever had much problem with the white one. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't say I've ever had problems with the white one either. Look at that.
Lovely,
Nice,
lovely.
that, isn't it?
And it's, like I said, it's the same thickness all over for the cake.
Yeah. So slap that on your cake. So that's this one is Sugar Paste Direct. This is the ivory one. So
That's great to pick
and
up.
that's 3 mil. So we're throwing that around there. Yep. There we go. You see that?
Yep.
Should we throw it around a little bit more just so we know? Should we throw it that way?
Why
So
not?
we know. In fact, shall we do that? Whose head do we want to kick in right now? Who do we want to slap with this?
Hermes.
Eh?
Hermes.
Hermes. Yeah. Hermes and a few bad customers who haven't got a sense of humour. Oh dear, I don't know. Right, feel sad wrapping this up now. So best cut out another shape, haven't I?
Absolutely.
So shall I cut out that shape? There you go. Right, Karen. So any comments, Karen?
No, they just all think you mental, I think.
Well, I am mental. And when you know me, you'll really know I'm mental. So all our social morning demonstrations are finished. And I will be looking at the calendar about getting them back on. Did you see them last night? Did you see that Maria put them together for you? Saturday's demonstration morning, so it was really good. And what did you think of Hilary Hurst this week? Karen's cringing. So the video of the first demonstration was Laura. And then when it went tits up, it was Karen was doing it. So we've had a little chat.
It wasn't that bad, it just, you know.
Laura comes in close to me and Molly, and Karen is 50 miles away with all the audience in. And then for some reason, I think she went to sleep when one of the cameras was on, because all you got was Molly here and everything else that went round with it. So there we go. Right, Karen.
Yeah. What would you like to do now?
So we're going to do this one back. So Karen, feel free to shout out any feedback, because you know we love talking to people.
Yeah, you're great, Carol. You're such a laugh.
Not always.
Eileen said if she threw this sugar paste on like that, hers would all crack.
Yeah. And you can see I've done nothing to it.
I must admit, the Select Island and that,
Pardon?
the Select Island and the one that you just used.
Sugar
Yeah,
Paste
Sugar
Direct,
Paste Direct.
very good.
They're absolutely
And the
brilliant.
Renshaw Extra is, and the Master Tessino
Yeah.
is. But it all depends what you want to spend, doesn't it? But I mean, I think that Select Island Platinum for $19.99, crikey, you can't moan, it's brilliant stuff. Right, okay then, so you'll see that I've put a stamp on here. I was playing with this one, so we're going to get the urban set out. So do you remember I said I've got a little bit of sugar paste in here, in my cloth? It's cars, I need to keep it nice, wet and sticky. Okay, so there's different ways that you can get your letters out. You can get yourself a little scriber, and you see those little triangles there. Just seeing whether I'm in view there, Karen.
You are.
So see those little triangles there? You can pick them up like that and flick them out. But you have to be gentle. Now the first few times you do it, they stick. So I don't really like doing it that way. So what Amy says is, so what should we write on here then? What should we write on this love art, Karen? Have you got something? No, I'm not very good with rhymes. No. What do you lot think?
No,
we don't like plastic. Should we have? We don't like plastic boxes.
A bit long-winded. Carol likes to throw things.
So you know your storage container. That's what else happens. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble now. So I'm going to get battered tomorrow. They're going to be slagging me off on all the forums. Do I care? Not really, no. So anyhow, here we go. Right.
Live, love, laugh.
Live, love, laugh.
We
do, don't we? So live, love, laugh. I wonder if I've got enough L's. Right, okay. So because I'm doing this upside down now, I have to work out where everything is. So thankfully the L is there. So I've just put the sticky sugar paste on there. So we're going to have live. So I'll have live there. So I'll show you a couple of different ways. So live, and also make sure you know how you can spell. There's nothing worse than going to all this hard work and then you can't spell. So live, I believe, is L-I-V-E.
It
yes.
is.
Oh, goody, goody, goody. Goody, goody, good. Where's the I? There it is. Live. Oh, no, I want a little I. I don't want a big I. Sorry. Live. Where's the I there? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I want the I there. So live and I. I'll have to keep repeating myself because I do forget. I think I have started with Alzheimer's, and I'm not joking when I say that. I can't friggin' remember anything. So live. So see, I've said the words several times now because I have to remember what word I'm actually doing.
And Donna, we wouldn't change Carol for the world. She can keep being Carol because that's how we love her.
They're all scared of me though.
I won't deny that.
It's really funny, I'm a really nice boss, but they're all scared of me. I think what it is, I'm just really upfront, but I don't sulk.
No.
Okay, I've never been a sulker. You know what, if I'm cross, you get told off, we know about it, we know I'm unhappy, end of conversation, let's have a coffee and a bar of chocolate.
Yeah.
And it's usually, I send Karen to the shop to get chocolate biscuits,
yeah.
But that all ends on Monday, because on Monday I'm starting a keto diet. So we've got live. Now, if you haven't got one of these pick-up pads, don't worry, because you don't need one. They're great, and we'll use one shortly.
Can you just show it under the camera again?
Sorry.
Right, please. Thank you.
Yeah. And we'll talk about these as well, all right? So you don't need one. Some of you might have this one, the tacky pad, yeah, which was the version 1. And some of you might have what I have. Called a cake card. Yeah. So all we're going to do, so we're going to press that down, live, press it down nice and easy. Now you can press it nice and deep, and then you flick them out. And have we got this on camera, Karen?
We have, yes. I'm watching you flick them out.
Live, right. And then the next word is love, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've got L there again. And because you know the way that they came out, the pad, because they're not in this box, you know which way the letter is. So we've got love. So we'll just do that one there, love. And then we want an O. Where's that small O? I want the V, and then we want the E, which is A, B, C, D. Oh,
you should have it on the board.
Yeah. I know, I told you I can't think about my spelling. So you could push that up here, but we're going to push ours down there. So I'm just going to move it down. So I'm just showing you the way that I do it, but then some of you want to use the pick-up pad. So we're just going to do it like that. Yep, we use our board. I'm pressing these in deep because Karen's going to come and show you how to do the flooding technique.
Oops. That's the Schreiber tool that Nikki, that Carol's using to get the little letters out.
Yeah. I think we might be out of stock of these because these have sold fast as well, but we do have another scribe tool by PME, so we do sell those as well. So we've got to do laugh now, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we'll do laugh here. Live, love and laugh. So laugh is L-A.
Yep.
Wait a minute, I'm going to see if I can spell this by myself.
Okay.
Not a great spell on me, but we'll have a go. L-A. Let me think about it. It's U, isn't it? Have I had a U out? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There's the U. G-H?
Yeah.
Crikey, I'm doing well.
You did all right there.
Not bad. John said if I was born today, I would be diagnosed with dyslexia. And he's right, because I get all my letters the wrong way round. I get my words the wrong way round, which sounds bonkers, but I do. But anyhow, I've got to 58 years of age and I've survived this time, so I don't think I'll bother going having any tests. Right, yeah? Can you see that on there?
You certainly can.
Right, so we'll just... Now you can spend a bit of time mucking about with them, setting them all out how you want them to set, but for time we're just I'm going to press them down a bit deeper. Now I like mine pressed down deeper, but you don't have to have them, and you just flick them off.
It's better deeper if you are going to do the perfect pour way.
Yeah, if you're going to flood, there you go. Right, now what you should do now is put these away straight away, so that you know that you've got them all. So we'll do that, we'll just spend a minute putting them away. We've not actually used that many letters.
Are you going to show them all how to use the pick-up pad later?
I am, I'm going to do it next.
There you go, Teresa.
Let's wait. So we'll just put these away. So it's always best to just put them away, and then you can see straight away whether you've got the whole set. Anyhow, let's ask you some questions. Why do you follow us? Why do you watch us? Truthfully, do you actually use our company? Who watches but doesn't buy off us? That's a brave question, isn't it?
That is.
Why not? Who just watches for hints and tips? How many spies are watching right now? Ready to go back and tell tales. Anyhow, here we go. So to remember this cloth, I'm just going to keep my little tacky pad in there. My little bit of glue in there. What is it? Sugar paste. There you go. So we're going to do live, love and laugh. And then I'm going to get some elements out. So elements are, Amy sells lots of little cutouts. So I'm just going to get some of these out here. So I just thought, let's have a little look at it. So I just throw them all in. Some of you will keep them lovely and neat and in sets, but as you can see, I don't. So we're just going to put that one there. In fact, see what we could do. We could actually...
They love watching us because they've learnt so much from you.
Yeah. Nice that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I didn't win learning experience, didn't get nominated. What does that tell you? So, right. Don't think this one's big enough for it, but you know what, we'll stick it on anyhow. So this comes in one of them. We'll stick a little flower there. Yeah.
Bridget buys, watches and learns.
Pardon?
Bridget buys, watches and learns. Well
That's what
done.
I like. That's what we like. John wants me to reduce the time when we do a live. What do you think about that? He says 2 hours is too long. So do you think we should reduce it to an hour? He thinks we should reduce it to an hour. Let me know your thoughts, because we can reduce things to an hour. So we've got this one here now. So that's all I'm going to do to that. We'll paint it up in a minute. So we'll use this one. Oh. So we'll use this one. Now this is the one that I mucked up earlier. Where have I put it? That one I mucked up earlier. So when you paint these, put them on the back of your plaques. So we could put this on the back of our plaque now.
That's wrong.
Pardon?
I thought you were going to put the hexagon on the house.
Yeah, so we could put this on our plaque now if we wanted to.
No, I'm afraid they say an hour's not long enough.
Pardon?
An hour's
An
not
hour's
long,
not long enough. We'll
an
have to
hour's
tell
not
John,
long enough.
because John wants me to reduce the time of talking to you on a Monday. He says that you all get bored of me. So I was quite upset actually.
Yeah.
I thought you all liked my
I'm
company.
sorry, but they said please ignore John.
Now you know why I'm the boss.
It's their fix, they said, it's their fix.
Yes. I said that to John. I said, you actually really enjoy it. And he said, look,
Yeah.
Carol, 2 hours is too long. People don't stay for 2 hours. I said, well, they do actually, John. They do. Where's that dodgy pipe? There it is. So anyhow, so don't do what I did with this one. Decorate it and then realise it's not going to go on the board. So we'll do this one. We'll stick that one as well. I've done them a bit smaller, haven't I? So. What are you laughing at?
It's Mo.
Hey?
It's Mo.
What she said?
She says,
I've done that one a bit small, don't know how I've
he's
done that.
talking out of
His bottom.
yes, his bottom. 2 hours is just long enough.
Yeah. Right, okay then. So we're going to do this one, and then we're going to emboss on here, aren't we?
Yeah.
So let's get a name here with the tacky pad. I've got these freaking things keep falling out of this
That-
storage. You know those ones who want a storage solution? And
Please,
you get, so the company that sends them.
please don't buy a square cube one because they're everywhere.
I've actually got a set in the cupboard, but I can't get it out because then you'll know what I'm talking about.
Because I'm going to have to,
So-
I'm going to have to hunt the letters afterwards when
I've left them on the floor. There they go. Right, I'll sort them out afterwards. You'll probably think I'm a real arse for being like that, but you know what? I really don't like the way some of the things have been said from that company. So I just feel that I need to say a little bit back in defence, because I actually don't like nastiness, if I'm really honest. But some companies have got really nasty. So I've decided to bite back. So let's use the curly set on here. So we're going to have the lowercase, that's the numbers. We'll have the lowercase. Have we got any curlies left, Karen?
Yes, we have.
We have?
We have.
God, for
We have a
that.
few left of curlers. We do.
Yep. So you can't, there's a lot of sets that you're not going to get because we're out of stock. So, okay. So the pickup pad, where did I put that? So your pickup pad can get dirty. Now let me tell you about the pickup pad. When you get it, don't throw this away. Okay? Don't throw that away. You need this, it's very important. So my cloth that's looking after my sugar paste at the moment is going to give that a bit of a clean. Because as you know, we're just playing in the kitchen here. Nobody's eating this stuff, are they? So you need that, okay? I'll have to move this out of the way again.
Do you want to move that one for a bit?
Yeah.
So we've got a bit of room.
Yeah. There we go. Put that over there. So you need this. Yeah. Then you get this, okay? Now this is called a pickup pad. And the name came from Rosie Cake Diva. She thought of it, which was brilliant. And there's two pieces on here. There's a rubber and there's your acrylic. Now, the good thing with this pad, you don't need to buy yourself a tin of spray glue to have to stick on your numbers, your letters, all right? So all you do is you clean it with a damp cloth and you let it go on, let it seal on. That's all you do. Don't put it in the dishwasher. Don't put it in the dishwasher so it just sticks on like that. Just give it a wipe. And they do get dirty because you've got corn flour on, you've got sugar paste, they get sticky. Just give it a wipe. So you can give it a wash in warm soapy water and then just give it a wipe with a clean damp cloth. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do here now then. So let me get me rolled out fondant. That's sticky. So what should we write on here
Somebody
then?
said they'd like be kind.
Be kind. So we should be a kind baker.
Let's have be a kind baker.
Baker, yeah. It's a shame that not everybody adheres to that, isn't it? So B. So we're going to put this on here, B. And then we're going to have a small a. So you can do it like this if you want to. You can go around your board and layer it there. See these lines? You can layer them on there. You can do the smaller board. See how this small board? This board. You can go down here. You can fit other writing along here. So we're going to have B, B, and then we want a big capital A, A. So I think we'll have that centralised there. Yeah, you getting it? I don't know whether I'm going to get all this on here, but we'll try. Where's the K? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. It's because I've got it upside down. It's not that I can't read. Be a kind. K, I. Kind. And I'm sorry if some of you don't like what I've had to say, but unfortunately it's true. And you know what? Some of these closed groups are really quite nasty. And I've really not been impressed. Do you know what? There was a post this week. So you know that we won awards at the Cake Awards. And it's quite an honour to win an award, really. And there's nothing worse than somebody's quite spiteful about it. So on one of the groups, somebody wrote something really quite nasty. And it was like, it was actually quite rude about being shocked when you're not the winner, everyone's a winner. And it was the product of excellence, so it wasn't the best product. So each year, Cake Masters have always done the best product, but this year they chose it as product of excellence. So all the products that got nominated, they chose the top 8, 7 or 8, can't really remember how many it was, and then they all won. And these people were just really quite nasty, and it's a shame that, because you know, all the companies that won, which was Renshaw, Pro-Gel, Marvellous Moulds, Agave, myself, Sweet Stamp, we've all worked hard. We've worked hard for that, and then in a little private group, just found it really nasty. And I don't like that type of thing. So hopefully all their minions are watching here, and we'll be repeating back what I've got to say.
Can I just check something with you?
Yeah.
That B. Is the B, is it an E or an A? Because everyone's telling you they've got an A after the B.
I've got an A.
No, B.
Oh,
B.
I have.
Yeah.
I was just checking.
Well done, everybody.
I was just checking you were paying attention. I was, seriously. I was checking that I was paying attention. I wonder what Karen was buzzing around at.
I was seeing all the comments coming up, so I'm trying to peer over, seeing what was going on.
Right, so we can't use the baker bit at the moment because it's there, okay? So what we're going to do now, so you've got this now, sticky side. Doesn't matter where that Sweet Stamp is, so you're going to go on the board. So we can't put baker because we've got the B there, okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to place that on top of that, press it down, there it is, yeah? And then what you can do is, and I'm going to have to roll out some more sugar paste because it's going to be too big for this. Ooh, yeah, it's going to be too big, so let's roll out some more sugar paste. What you can do is you can roll this onto your cake, onto the side of your cake as well. So I don't think I've got a cake with any soft sugar paste on, but just so that you know how it would go on, let's just get Shelley's cake. So if you were going to put it onto your cake now, yeah, so your letters are on there, you would press it in. So I can't press on here because this cake's set and dry. So you would press it in and then you would roll it round, okay? And you would push it in and roll it round until it's all gone in. And then you roll it off and all the letters will still stay on there. One might come in there, but you just pull it out. So I'm just gonna have to roll a little bit more sugar paste. But you like me rolling anyhow, don't you? So, because you want to do this Be a Kind Baker, and it doesn't, Be a Kind Baker does not fit on my plaque. So I'm going to have to roll out some sugar paste again. Oh, dear me.
Sorry.
I know. Anyhow, Karen, what have they got to say for themselves? I need somebody to come here and pick all these letters up that fell out of this daft box.
Yeah, because I don't want to do it.
No. So if you want a storage box, but anyhow, so if you've gone to, if you go to Hobbycraft and you look at the storage boxes, they do a really great range of them. I need to talk to you about Hobbycraft as well because they've done a dumb trick as well. So some of you are aware. So you know I'm all about protecting brands. So I've opened a group, and the group was started by Gwen Powell from the Drage Kiss. And she started it last year, and she started it with a lady called Kim Firth, and both those ladies have been on our Facebook Lives. Both of them are fantastic ladies, and they started that. And what it was is that the Drage Kiss has been copied. It's actually a really rubbish copy, and The thing when you buy a copy and people can't use it and it doesn't work, what happens is the dodgy Chinese manufacturer doesn't get the blame for it. It's actually the brand that gets the blame for it, because the person doesn't realise that they bought a copy, and they then say that it's useless, it doesn't work. So Gwen last year was really very, very upset, and she wanted to set up a group. Now, lots of people own registrations for their designs, okay, and lots of them don't, because they're actually really very, very expensive. Now, I own all the registrations for the Russian piping tips, and there's a few companies out there that are selling copies of them, and just because they're slightly different or been modified actually doesn't mean that they're allowed to sell them. And what Gwen wanted to do when hers was copied, she wanted to aim at people to do the morally right thing, and that's morally think about that brand, morally think about how that person who's developed that black brand is invested in it, thought of the idea, brought it to you. Let me get a cake board a minute. Brought it to you, and just 1 second. Let's stick that on there. I like slapping it on. Let me get a knife. So brought the idea to you. And then there's nothing more when a Chinese copy comes out. Takes all the glory. Mass produces, takes all the glory. And some people think, well, I can't afford to buy the original, so I only want to buy a copy. And you know what? I get that, because I was one parent with 4 children. You know, I was one parent, couldn't pay the bills. You know, I've sent the cheque out unsigned. I've had the bailiffs at the door. Me and the kids have hid behind the settee when the bailiffs have come knocking on the door. So I've been there, done all that. I've got many stories, as you all have. I've lived a life. So, you know, sometimes you have to buy cheap. I used to say to my children, you know, if we've got any money, look, if we've got no money, kids, we're having beans, but I'll make sure they're baked beans, Heinz baked beans, because I thought Heinz baked beans were the best. And then I said, and if we're having a better day, we'll have Heinz baked beans with Warburton's toast, because I thought Warburton's toast is the best. And if we're having a really good day, we'll have a piece of meat. And that's how my kids were brought up. So I always made sure that they had the best of whatever it was I could afford. And like I say, if it was only beans, then that was it. So I forgot where I'm getting to now with this story, because I'm too busy rolling out sugar paste. So Gwen wanted to talk to everybody about the moral side of things. And I just want some of you to have a little think about it, because some of you don't really care, and some of you do get it, what I'm trying to say. So let's say you thought of an amazing idea, and then you wanted to design it. So you go to a factory, you want it British made, and you go to a factory, and then they give you a price and a cost, and you have to have all the plans drawn and the designs done. Then you have to have it go, so that you have to get a prototype made, and then you have to test it, you have to make sure it works. Then when you do actually get it made, you then got to go and make sure your product is food safe, and then to protect it, you then need to protect it either in the UK or in Europe, which I protected mine for Europe, or you can try and get a registration in America, which is a frigging nightmare. I feel sorry for you Americans, that's really hard work, and that's called a patent. And then after all that, you get somebody mass produces, and then everybody buys them dirt cheap, and that's what's really upsetting, because your business then is just, you've done everything the right way and you've just lost everything. And that's what I think is sad, and that's why I only sell brands. I don't sell any cheap copies, I don't sell any designer logos. I don't want no company coming to me saying that you're selling logos, copyright of our name, so that's why you won't find any Louis Vuitton logos on our website. You'll only find brands. Yeah? Right, okay, so I'll stop wittering on with myself. Anyhow, that's what I was going to tell you. I've got a group. Anyhow, so Gwen has given me the group. And the group is called, I'll tell you in a minute when I find my phone. Can't even remember the group.
Can you bring that up so they can see what you're doing? Thank you.
I can't remember the new group because I've just changed its name, because I called it Sugar and Crumbs Product Brand Awareness. And a lot of people thought it was the community group. So I've just grabbed my phone. Because, do you know where my phone is, Karen? What I've done with it in all this mess? It could be anywhere. Could be anywhere. There it is. So if you do want to join this group, I'll tell you what it is called. So it's on Facebook, and as soon as I can, okay, I've spoke to all the brand's owners, and what they're actually going to do is they're going to write a story about themselves. So it's called Cake Tools Product Brand Awareness, supported by Sugar and Crumbs. So can you see that there?
Hang on. Right.
So it's already got 10,600 members, okay? Now this was Gwen's Cake Army. Now we're doing it different from Gwen, okay? So we're not having, and I'm not saying this was Gwen's fault, but it got a little bit risky on there. I'm not asking you to post links on there. I'm not asking, I don't want any of that. I actually don't want to advertise any copy products on there at all. What I want to do is educate you all on there. And I want all the brands to tell you their story. I want them to tell you a little bit about themselves. I want them to tell you a little bit about their product. I want you to show you their product. I want you to understand what their product is. And I want you to understand what they've been through. So I'm going to be releasing a video first off from Gwen. And then I'm going to do FMM. And then I've asked Amy Sweet Stamps to do one, and I need to do one as well. And Karen Davies is, but Karen Davies is in Germany at the moment. Dawn Butler and everybody else is in the Philippines at the moment because they're at the Valerie and Christina's Cake Fiesta in Manila. And then they're all going to be back for Christmas. So I'm hoping January we're going to get all the brands telling you their story. Katie Sue, everybody else telling you why it's important to buy a quality product. So I hope you all join me on that group, so do feel free to join. So did you see what I've done there? Because I was talking, I didn't actually tell you. So it's on there now, so press it down. So give it a good press. And then pull it off. Yeah, so you can see that. So we're going to flick these off because we don't need these on anymore. So let's flick these off. And I've got lots of people who want to come on there and tell you their story. And it's not a sob story. It's tell you a little bit about how they started, how they came into the cake world, Let me just get this. What inspired them to make the products, and tell you. It's just so you can get to know them. So we've got baker, be kind, and we want baker. So Karen, do feel free to give me any feedback. I feel as though I'm talking to myself.
No, you're all right. They're all with you on that and saying you're a lady of great principle. They feel sorry for Sweet Stamps, seeing her idea copied at Cake International.
Yeah, that was very disappointing. That was copied, you know, and it's not copied. It's actually a different concept. But what Amy's saying is that her idea and her innovation, and this is what she's trying to say, is that none of you were doing this until she showed you. None of you were there was embossing and there was cutters, but nobody was doing it on cake. Nobody brought the pixie pearls, the little micro pearls to put onto the cake. Nobody was painting in. Nobody was using the piping gel. You know, all the ideas that she's done and created has all been copied. So they're there and they're at the shows and they're doing it. And it was really quite sad that one of the big companies was actually selling them as well, right in front of her stand, which I thought was really disappointing. So let me just check I've got that the right way around.
Your B's upside down.
Pardon?
Your B was upside down.
Yeah. Is that the way? That's the way, isn't it?
Yes.
Good, I'm glad you realised. And they're all paying attention then, aren't they?
They are really
so
paying
baker.
attention, yeah.
Let me see. ABCDJK. So be a kind baker. So Amy Archibald from Sweet Cheeks has started this thing called Be a Kind Baker as an hashtag. So feel free to start adding that to when you say something. So you just put hashtag Be a Kind Baker. You know what? Let's all be part of that. And I tell you what is really nice that I've seen you all do. A lot of you are changing your profile frame with a picture of you in, and it says I'm in a relationship with Sugar and Crumbs. That's lovely. So I need to find an E. That's the E. And then we want an R. And I already had the R out before, didn't I? Be a Kind Baker. Karen, can you see me R? I'm a bit blind here. Where I flicked it off.
Did you flick it? Or did you have it before?
I did. Did I have it before? Karen, no, it must be on here. So I flicked him off somewhere. Crikey, that's all we need. Missing a letter. Mucking about.
So the group is called Cake Tools Product Brand Awareness, supported by Sugar and Crumbs.
So, yeah, that's what it's called. Just trying to find me R. Can you see it on there, or am I going bonkers? ABCDN. Oh, it's there. It's in the tray. Sorry, Karen, I was just testing you.
You're going bonkers.
I know, I'm going bonkers, aren't I? Sorry. I can't see when I'm under stress. So we're just going to do that there. Do that there. So we'll put that on that line. So we're going to line it all up. And then you're going to push them together because they look nicer when they're pushed together, so that they look like joined up writing.
What we used to call real writing at school.
Nobody does real writing these days, do they? I do real writing, and everybody always says I write nice. I always think I write scruffy. But people always say, see how that E there? Can you see that R? Look. Yeah. A lot of you put the R on the wrong way round as well. I see you do it like that. So do it the same as what it is in the box. Yeah, so we're going to put that on there. So I'm going to put these back in the tray before I forget what they are.
I'm glad you're doing that one because I've got a lot of pink ones to sort out.
You have got a lot of pink ones, so I don't actually know where the pink ones are now. You know that storage box that we've got for them? It's scattered them everywhere. What a cowbag I am.
It was like a sugar sprinkles, wasn't it?
It was. You'd be there going, oh, that Karen McFarland, she's a right cowbag when she gets going.
I get home about midnight, you're all right.
What letter's that? It's a K, isn't it?
Yes.
Is that okay? So that goes in there. Can you see what letter that goes in?
There.
There. It's because I'm looking at it upside down. There we go. Right, so I'll put my cloth back in there now. My thing back in there. So we put this on here. And then what we're going to do then, we're just going to stick that further down there. Yeah. And there we go. And then we'll flip them off afterwards. So that's how you use those. We've got the cookie ones as well. So we did the cookie ones here, and we did these with, I just did Oh Baby before. Oh Baby. Let me just do that there. I hate writing upside down.
Yeah,
do you know what, can I turn around
yeah,
this way?
absolutely.
I'm traumatised. Oh baby.
It's very hard to do it back upside down.
So we're just going to put that up there. I'm going to put that B on there. Are you enjoying this live?
They certainly are. Yeah, my writing's the same. Somebody just said their writing looks like if they do real writing, it's like the spiders crawled across the page.
Yeah. Just 1 second, let me go find the A. What's the A up here?
I saw that before.
Yeah, it's alright, thankfully you get a few in it.
Yeah.
So let's get a bun in here. So. Righty.
It's alright, just try to kick a light.
Where's my little tacky stuff? In here. So we'll get another A. Oh, the A's are all in there. I put it back. Thought I'd lost it.
You've been very tiny, were you?
On this set, yeah. So you can use a scribe. I was using this before, just a long skewer stick. So I was just knocking that in.
Just makes them go a bit neater, doesn't it? Because they stick to your fingers, so it's better just.
So I'll just stick that up there. And then you've got your tacky pad again, which is another piece of rubber. So just make it nice and clean. Goes on your tacky pad, it's just a pickup pad, sorry, this is your little round one. And then you just stick that on there. And we've got Oh Baby. We don't ever put it on firmer. Sorry, let's do this again. That's how not to do it. I was just testing again to show you, see if you were paying attention. So, you'll be laughing your heads off afterwards, isn't it? That's the thing, me. You know what? I'm actually I never worry about going live.
Just to let you know, it is 9:30.
Oh, is it? Oh, crikey, we haven't painted anything yet, have we? Crikey, have we still got an audience? Are they still with us?
We've still got 241
and they're mental.
And they're still laughing.
That's probably because they've all found their mates, haven't they? So you see they're going on about that plastic box. Woo. They've all phoned them all. Hello, I'm really scared. Right, okay. So let's put that on there. We'll start painting in a minute.
Yeah, they're all champing at the bit to watch you start painting.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
I'm not, believe me. I'm scared. Right, okay, so they're stuck on there, so get them on there. There, that's how you get them on there. Don't fall off.
Yeah, you do it a bit firmer.
Do it a bit firmer. And then we'll get this piece of paste that we're throwing around. And it's far too big, this. We only need a bit. So let's cut one of those out there.
Less to paint.
There we go, yeah. There we go, and then we'll stenchrise it. And there it comes. Oh, baby. Yep. Right, let's start
hold
painting.
it up underneath the camera?
Yep.
So they can see that. Brilliant.
Now, I'm not going to say we're going to get all these painted while we're here, but we will have a mess about. So I don't need this here anymore now, so we'll just bring that back in there, back in there. Let's start mucking about, Karen.
Yeah.
Let's get some paint trays. So that was a Merry Christmas one, I did it earlier. So I'm just going to take this off this heart, because I don't really want it on the back of here anyhow. So I'm just going to take this off here, because we're already playing. And then let's get our trays out. So I started playing before. We sell these trays as well. And then we'll just have a little splash about with brushes. So you need a selection of brushes. And you can use any of the paints that you want. So let's get a couple of brushes out. So we'll do this one, okay, first. So I think there, live life and love. So I think what we'll do is we'll use some golds for these, shall we? Should we use some
That'd be
different
nice,
golds?
that, yeah.
With some copper tones. Let's see what we pick out the box first. So we'll use the Regency Gold. Let's use the bronze. Let's use the copper.
The copper is gorgeous.
Yeah. So you know that all these are on offer at the moment, don't you guys? Got two sizes. We've got two sizes, 10mm and 20mm, and they're all on offer. So let's just put them, a little bit of dust in here. Hilary was driving me nuts the other day. She knows I was taking the mickey out of her. She was like this. Don't do it like that. You'll be there all day and what will happen is a big clump. So you know what, stick your thing in and take out as much as you want. Because it don't really matter how much you put in really, because when you come back you can just let it dry out and then scrape it, put it back in. So we've got that one. We'll put the copper in, let's put the bronze in. And then let's get another brush. Always put your lids on, because nothing worse when you go and knock them over afterwards. You can't really get it off the worktop. So we'll take that one out of the way. We've got this here. Let's get some dipping solution. Let's get mixing. So make it into a nice paste. Keep your brushes separate. I'll do that one. So in fact, what we'll do is, so we'll just start brushing around it now. Isn't that lovely, that bronze, that?
Beautiful.
Isn't it? So we're
That,
just going to...
that copper, that one.
Oh, copper. There, I was just testing again. Karen, it's your night on your own now. You've just got to make sure you know what you're doing. Hey? I mean, we've got an audience, Karen. How many have we got? 240 watching us.
250.
Oh, 250
yeah.
watching us. Well, we'll need to let them know and have confidence that you are keeping an eye on things. So...
Yeah, Maxine says, can we up it to 3 hours for the lives now?
Really wind John up. So it gets upset while he's in bed. What's he bothered for? Right? It's not so he does it, is it? He doesn't even watch him. I was a bit miffed though when he said it to me. We were there having tea last night, so I need to have a chat to you about these lives. So he won't be watching, he's at his friend's tonight, he's down in Surrey. So if any of you down in Surrey there, you can go and find him if you want.
You might be sat there with a pizza watching you.
Eh?
You might be sat there with a pizza watching you.
He could be there. Yeah. Hi, Nige. Sorry, Nige. Meant to be behaving myself. Right, okay then. Right, anyhow. I forgot about that. He's at his mate's house. So they could be watching, couldn't they? They could be saying, what's Carol up to tonight? And he'll be saying, mucking about. That's per usual. So... as you can see, I'm just mucking about. I actually don't know what I'm doing. I'm just I'm just flinging it on because I just want to use these three colours together. I think it looks quite nice, that, doesn't it? I just want this like toned effect. And the good thing is, if you want, you can paint them like that. This is dead easy to paint it this way, isn't it? Crikey. Let's just throw it in. There you are. That's it. That's how you paint the sweet stamps, girls. Look at that. Look at that. What can you say? Can you read it? Oh. There you are. None of that nervous bit.
Linda's not spotted him. She's in Surrey, but she's not spotted him yet.
She's not spotted him. So we just do a little bit of toning. I'm not particularly artistic. We are just mucking about. Seriously, we are.
It's just actually just showing you how to take them out of the pan and how to put them onto the sugar paste.
Just don't be scared. Right, let's do this one. So this one here we'll use a thinner brush now, and then we'll paint these. And then we'll have to speed up because we've got a lot to do. Well, we will be 3 hours tonight.
Alison says you're behaving badly, Carol.
I'm behaving badly. Laura keeps me under control, you know. You want to see her? She gets the word of warning off John on the way over. Don't let her say anything. You can see her eyeballing me. It's really funny when John's filming, you know, because he's like, "Cut."
I've not learnt that bit yet.
You're not brave enough.
No, I'll admit it, I'm not.
No. But he is funny, John. He is funny, John, though. He's like that, grunting and groaning at me in the background. I'll just make that a bit watery. Quite like those metallic colours, don't you?
It's lovely because you can actually read it as well. You can see the gold through it. You can read it.
So, and then when you're painting, just take your time. You don't have to be really neat, okay? But you do need to get a nice lump on your brush. And also, when you're on your brush, don't start at the thin end. Come in the middle here. So you've got it on. Actually, I don't know if that colour's going to show through. That colour's not going to show through enough, is it? Let's get another colour.
The best brushes you need to do the painting, Angela, is a 00 or a 01. Yeah. You need them as thin as you can for going up through the lettering.
Yeah, I don't always use as thin as we can though. Let me just think. Shall we do?
Have you got a bright red?
Yeah, I was just thinking. I've got a nice ruby colour there.
Ruby would be nice.
I think the ruby colour would be nice. Yeah, let's do the ruby. Yeah, because that one's not showing up too well. No. Can't see it, can you? So let's start again. See, but this is all thing because it's all drying, so you can just paint over it. So don't worry about it. So this is the Colour Splash Ruby.
Carol's using Rejuvenator Spirit or Dipping Solution.
Yeah. Now you can use alcohol, but it doesn't dry as fast. And there's some other technical terms as well. I can't remember what they are. We need somebody who's a bit more clever than me that knows those things. So anybody who's watching who's cleverer than me, write it down, let everybody know. And if you're wondering, I have smashed my dish there, so don't worry. Right, okay then, so. So you load up your brush, and then we're going to, and this one is the Colour Splash Ruby. So we've used 2 of the fake Cahill colours, and we're just going to go in.
Carol used the copper and she used the Regency Gold.
Now this is deep enough for flooding, and flooding's a whole different game. I've never actually done any flooding. I told Karen she had to do it, but I think before we finish tonight we'll have a little play at flooding, but it will be my first attempt, so it could go horribly wrong. But you just take your time, so you fill up your brush. So my brush is full now, and you take it to your thickest part, and then as it's drying you can then go to your thinnest part. And don't worry if it goes up the sides. There's a thing called stand back. I was saying this to the ladies in my class yesterday. Stand back. Because if you stand back, you don't see all the things that you can see when you were close up. And when you give a gift to somebody and do this or give it to somebody, they're stood back. They don't get this close. So therefore they don't see all the things that you see. So if you have made a little mistake, don't matter. Just can't see it.
That term you was looking for before, Linda said isopropyl is what it's also called.
Yeah. There you go. I knew there'd be somebody out there who knew.
Absolutely. So the ruby's showing up really nice there.
Yeah. So this is the urban set. Now I've still got plenty of these left. Okay, you've not been buying these. You all like the other sets, but you haven't been buying this. And I think this because this one doesn't get showed off as much. But I think this is a cracking little set, don't you? And in this set you get everything. So you get, it's a medium set. So you get the uppercase, the lowercase and the numbers. And there's still plenty of these, so grab these at £25 each.
Yeah, they're a really good set to have.
If you haven't been able to get a set because they've sold out, and most of them have sold out now, then grab this one. But this one doesn't get demoed very often, which is a shame really. I was talking to a lady in Australia. I didn't know she was in Australia, but she put on the group some beautiful pictures of cakes. I think she's called Caroline Barnes, and she's on the group there, and she put some beautiful pictures of cakes up. And I said, oh, do you think you could come and do a Facebook Live? So I said to Amy, I said, oh, I asked this lady if she'll come and do a Facebook Live. So Amy said, well, good luck. She lives in Australia. Can't afford the flight. Right, okay, we're not that well off. Anyhow, so that's there. What do you think we should do that arch? Do you think we should leave that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it looks nice just embossed
Just leave
into
like
it.
That?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so as well. So do you like that? So we'll move that over to here. And then, Karen, do you want to do flooding?
Okay.
Did we press that deep enough for flooding?
Let me look at that.
I think we did, didn't
Yeah,
we?
you did,
Yeah, we did.
yeah.
So we're going to let Karen do flooding.
Yeah.
Karen's going to come and have a go. I only told her on the way in because she did it at the show. I've never actually had a go at doing it. So I think, what should we put a pattern on here? Be a kind of baker. So those there. So
Yes.
do you remember I said to you about look at that, clean that now. So then you're going to put them in your corn flour. I'm going to just let them soak up in the corn flour. I told you how to clean your brushes before, and we'll sort them out afterwards. And then I'm just going to get my cloth, make it all nice and clean. So, and then Karen's going to come and show you the, look at my board, but it all washes off. I'm going to have to wash that off as well.
We can do that with some.
That's going to be a bronze. That's going to be bronze afterwards. Look at that.
I can feel a bronze colour coming
Yeah,
up.
look at that. It's all come off.
Yeah.
So clean dishcloth. There you go, girls.
Or you can use your Spectrum Flow.
Or you can use your Spectrum Flow Wipeouts,
Yeah.
which is fine. Or you can put a bit of dipping solution onto a nappy liner. So get a nappy liner, put a bit of dipping solution on that, and then use that. Right, so I'm going to come and do camera. You ready, Karen? Your big moment?
Yeah, thanks.
Right.
You didn't even mix the paint up in the bottles for me.
No, I didn't. But I've got your 2 new bottles, love. So I've got your 2 new bottles,
Thank
and
you.
then I'm going to get you a piping nozzle,
Yeah.
because that's what you need. Fill your bottles up with. There you go.
Thank you.
Let it go through that one.
Yeah,
I
that's
need
fine.
something a bit bigger. Yeah. That one's a bit bigger.
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Right.
Right, so what colour do you want to select?
I don't mind.
You don't?
Choose any colour that you want, Karen.
Colour, right. Let's have a bright one. Let's go for a blue, shall we?
Yeah.
A
You can
bright.
put that-
No,
yeah.
no, not paint. I want well,
You want powder?
I could. Well, I can do. I can actually. Yeah, maybe that's some powder.
Right.
Only because it's
Right, Karen, I'll
Misty.
leave you to it.
misty blue. That's a
Come
nice
round
one.
here. I'm going to get a chair and sit down. That's a good thing when I'm on live, I can't eat. I've had no food today, you know, because John's gone away and he does all the cooking. I've had no food. Right, so let's see the comments. So I hope you've enjoyed this live, ladies and gents. I am behind the camera. So I've just seen that Susan Tyrrell has got the urban set and it's lovely. So Karen is on concentration there. Can you see her?
Yeah.
All concentrating. So then we can see what you're doing there.
Yeah,
so what are you doing there, Karen? You're putting a bit of powder in?
I'm just putting some Misty Blue Fake Cahill into the bottle.
So Linda Miles says, flooding is hard to start, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes quicker and easy. So Mo says, woohoo, go Karen.
Cheers, Mo.
Angela says,
I don't know where I'm going, but you know.
Angela says, fabulous Karen, go girl. Right, don't forget you need to be in the front of the camera, Karen. Because I don't know whether you notice, you know all those things that you tell us?
Yeah, no,
you're not in the camera. So do we get to see Karen's face? Yeah, there you go.
I think my daughter's watching. Hi.
Right. Is your daughter watching?
I think so, yeah. I just saw it said Vicky Griffiths had tuned in. Thought, bye. Just trying to put some rejuvenating spirit in here so that I can mix it up into.
So these little bottles are called Perfect Pour. They're on the website as well. They're on offer. So we do sell the bottles. So Perfect Pour. So you need to put in the search. So we haven't done a wish list for tonight. Basically, everything we're using is on what's offer. So if you go to our website, sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, there's a what's on offer, I think it's called. Is it what's on offer? Anyhow, there's a word in there that calls offers.
Offers of the week.
Offers of the week. There you go. And and your mummy is watching as well.
Hi,
Iris. Your mummy.
My
So she's full concentrating there, Iris. So yeah, offers of the week. So go there. That's where you'll find all the fake Cahill. You'll find what sweet stamps are left. You'll see lots of them are sold out. So Karen, can you get back in front of the camera?
I'm just putting a little bit more paint because I've made it a little bit too thin.
Right.
So here we
Back
go.
in front of the camera, you can't be telling them.
Yeah, I can't show them my mistakes.
Right. In front of this camera. Wrong camera, the
Wrong
other camera there.
I've gone to point this over the camera there.
So, wow.
So I've put some Misty Blue into the bottle and I've also put some rejuvenating spirit into the bottle. I'm just going to test a little bit on a piece of kitchen towel.
And I'm going to see if I can get this other camera to work. Just 1 second. When you put that on, do you press remote camera mode or
Yes.
log in? There you go. Ooh, we might have a camera. So we can look from above then, Karen.
Right. Have
This
you got it
should be
on?
good.
Have you done
Let me
the
just see
camera?
where you are. I'm just waiting for this to, waiting for connection. Just 1
Right, see
second. Right, okay. So where are we? Yep, so we can see what you're doing there, Karen.
Right.
So you probably have to lean right over.
I'm going to lean over so.
Why don't you do it the way that you can see it? Because it'd be easier for you to do. And then you can keep spinning it round to show them. So you've given it a good shake now, haven't you?
I've given it a good shake, so I have got. It might be a little bit too thin. I've just tried it on a piece of kitchen towel, and it seems to be okay, and it's drying out all right. So you put your nozzle into the groove, and you just squeeze it very gently, and it floods round. And then you don't want to over flood it.
Wow. So Elaine Hollywell has said that she said, I've got the bottles off you at the show, Carol. I used them for the first time today and it went okay. Well done, Karen. Look at that. Hey, Karen, you can come back and do demos. That's your promotion. Facebook Lives.
Cheers. So once you've done this, they do advise, Amy was saying, don't move it for at least 15 minutes because you've gone near to the top of the indentation, it will spill. But I mean, we're only messing here, so I can move it in a bit. So
we can move the board round. She just doesn't want you to lift it up or tip
Yeah.
it, does she? So just asked a question there, Karen.
Yeah.
Ratio. So what ratio of dust to solution?
Till it was a nice consistency, that's all Emily
It's got to
said.
be a
So
running
it's got to be-
consistency, hasn't it?
It's got to be a runny one, not a gloopy one, but you also don't want it to be too thin because you won't be left with any colour.
Yeah.
So that.
So yeah, so basically you're putting powder in. So I would probably put a teaspoonful of powder in. Then I'd start adding the rejuvenator, give it a shake, and if it feels gloopy in the bottle, you can see anyhow, it needs to run. I think there's a bottle there that's already got it in. Well, in fact, you can shake it for them, Karen.
Yeah.
If you shake it under the camera.
This one?
Yeah. So under this camera, there's not a camera there. Wait a minute. You're not under the camera yet. Don't know whether you know, but the camera's there. So
Okay.
right, can you turn it on the side so they can see? Now you're out of camera, down a bit. Yeah. Right.
I'm used to being on the other side.
Actually, they can't really see in there. Can you just do it slow? Oh, there. Just do it slow because you can just catch it. So you can see it swirling. I think that's the best we're going to get for you on the camera. So Mo says double cream consistency. I don't think so. I think a single
thick.
cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but look how easy this is filling up. Well done, Karen. I'm proud of you, girl. Tell ya. So Joe Hunter said, flooding is quick and so effective. She loves it. Sue Howard, I need these. I've got an order coming. I wish I had these in it. Oh, so look how quickly Karen's doing it. And she's never done a live, Karen. And look at her. Go, girl.
Don't make me shake.
Let's just say she's dropped one right now. She'll be on again. And I'm glad you all like the. I'm glad you all like the banter. Seems like most of you like our little chit chat in the kitchen, and that's what we want it to be. We want it to be a learning experience, but friendly, fun, and enjoying yourself. And you know, having banter, because so many of us work in the kitchen late at night, and you're baking, and it's just nice, you know, just sit there, and it's nice to just. I don't know, sometimes things can just be a bit too professional, can't they? They can be a little bit too stuffy. And I know I've had a pop at a couple of companies today, and I don't really mean any harm to those companies, but I am a brand protector, and anybody knows me, that's what I work for. I am all about protecting brands. I'm about protecting people who've thought of the idea, thought of the creativity first, and, you know, for you guys who like that idea, then you know, stick with me. Isn't that good? Well done. Let's give her a round of applause.
Are you proud of me, Mum?
I thought you were talking to me. I'm not your mum. Come on. Let's get those appreciations up. So, what do we think? Get those love arts done. Well done, Karen. I'm well impressed with that. Let's come round here and have a look myself. So we need to put some other bits on.
So it is pretty good. It's good because it fills it to the top. And it's a lot quicker than painting.
So we're in on this camera.
Yeah.
So let me so I'll tell you what you can do. Shape up another one, Karen. And then what we'll do is, let's put some elements in, shall we? So being a kind baker, what elements should we put in? Because it's Christmas, do you think we should put some swirls in? Or do, oh, I know what we could do. We could put these in. Because I bet these would work. Exactly the same. These would work. So these are the element sets. So these are. So we're just going to get those. So let me get my little cookie pad. Where's my piece of card? Did you have a card gone? Silver piece of card. Where have I dumped that? I don't know where I've dumped it. It's amazing, isn't it? You can never see anything in the kitchen when you want to, can you? So I'll go and get another piece of card.
I don't even know where you put that.
So you can use your pick-up pad, you can use your tacky pad. I'm sorry we're not swapping cameras, but we're both round here at the moment. I'm going to get Karen to do another one, so we're just going to push this in here. And then we'll flick this out, okay? So we'll have this nice flower in, and then I think what we'll do is we'll have that little leaf in. She'll be worried now, Karen.
I've only made a bit up.
Hey?
I said I've only made a bit up, so it should be alright.
I'll put that one in. Oh, crikey. Push that one in too deep. That one's definitely going to be ready for flooding. You'll put the channel in there, won't you? Okay.
Oops.
Oops. Yeah, let's put that one in there. We'll do different colours. So these are elements. Have a look at the elements. These are the sweet stamp elements as well. There's loads of them.
That's the Christmas foliage.
Yeah, this one's the Christmas foliage, yeah. So this is lovely, this. So it's like a little poinsettia. And then we could have, so be a Karen Baker, we could have a bit of a holly, couldn't we? Should we go a bit mad? No, I'll tell you what, we'll leave it like that and then we'll brush some stuff on there.
Yeah.
And then you can do the flooding on there, Karen. Because you can use different colours.
Oh, don't you want to have a go?
No. Stay there. I don't want to have a go, I'm scared. Right. So come on, Carrie, give us a smile. Look up, give us a smile. So here she is. So she's going to flood these little elements now. Just so, let's bring it to life a little bit. So it's all about playing and it's all about enjoying yourself, and that's what we want to show you really. And all the tools that we use here at Sugar and Crumbs, you know, like I get Karen Davies in, I get Marianne Frost, I get Natalie Porter in, we get Katie Sue guys in. You know, it's all about them showing you their brand. So there's a few things so that you can see before you buy. You see how it works, it gives you confidence, and because we're not professionals here in the kitchen as well, you're seeing how we use it first time. And like Karen's never flooded the elements before, have you, Karen?
No.
So are you scared?
Well,
but look, it works really well for the elements. How lovely is that?
I've just run out of gold, but if you carry on squirting, you sort of airbrush it, so it's great. So don't worry if you run out, like I've just run out completely there. I've just carried on squirting some air so it'd blow all the liquid all around it, so it worked. Brilliant. I'm just going to do this nice, but we'll do it blue, this other one here, because that's what I've got made up already. Yeah.
So what, we're having a big blue star, aren't we?
Having a big blue flower.
Could have done a really nice big silver one there, Karen.
I don't have another bottle.
Eh? You could have made another bottle. Listen, we're not tight here at Sugar and Crumbs, you know. Can you use two or three colours. So it's just nice having me and Karen in the kitchen. We do miss Laura, because Laura's got the chat. We haven't had that tonight, have we?
I'm sorry, I'm still...
Go on, do it to him, Karen. Go on, tell him.
I've not got my piece of paper.
You don't need your piece of paper. Tell him what Laura has to say.
She has a massive long spiel, but to cut a long story short, we have fun in the kitchen, what goes on in the kitchen stays in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, so when I'm doing that, it doesn't really matter. I've had my hair cut as well, by the way. And everything can be found on the Sugar and Crumbs website, which is www.sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, and we have the wish list on there, and you can also go to, we've got some really good offers on this week, so look at the offers of the week.
Karen, I have to be honest with you, I forgot to turn the camera when you were doing that flower. So do show them what happens, what goes on in the kitchen stays in the kitchen. So go on, what happens? No, you're on this camera, you. They were looking at your board. I forgot.
Did you like my board, did you? Well, what goes on in the kitchen stays in the kitchen. So when I do that, it doesn't really matter because no one's going to eat this. It's just purely having a good mess around and showing you how to use the products. Everything can be found on the website. Go to www.sugarandcrumbs.co.uk and go to the offers of the week, or you can go to the wish list.
Yeah, super duper. Love that. Right, have you got any more flooding to do on there?
No, I've done that one, and there we go. Can you see that one all right?
Let's go back. So what do we think of that? How cool's that? So what we'll do now is, we'll stick you back round there, Karen.
Thank you.
Yeah, well
give me a break.
Yeah. Hey, proud of you. Never got that frigging Laura in front of the camera, have we? Right, okay.
That's the 19th.
Pardon?
19th of December.
She's here, I tell you. Right, so what we'll do is, I think what we'll do is we'll get some silver.
Yeah.
In fact, once we get some silver, and we'll get some pink as well. So let's get that in here. Let's have a proper mess around, everybody. So let's get some more brushes. So let Karen know how much you thought of her, because you've already done it, but she's back behind the camera now so she can see it for herself, because she has done amazing. She's never been in front of the camera for a live. She didn't know she was going to do it tonight. She came in to film, and then I was talking about the flooding. I said, I've never done the flooding. And she said, well, actually, once you've had a go, it's actually all right. And I went, well, you know what, Karen? You know what you'll be doing later? And I think she thought I was joking.
I did.
But she should really know that I never am joking. If I can get out of doing it myself. So I'm just going to put this in.
So thank you for all your kind comments, ladies. It's very much appreciated.
Well deserved, Karen. I'm well impressed. I am well impressed. So all I've done here, what I've used here now, Galaxy White. I'm just going to put a bit more in because I feel that's a bit too watery. So Galaxy White. And while we're doing that, we'll do this one as well.
Yeah, I did recover from a wasp sting. It took a couple of days and a lot of pampering, but I did get over it.
Yeah. She didn't get any pampering off us. Wait, she just went, get back to work. Stop moaning. What are you going on about? She said, I've got stung by a wasp, did you? Right, anyhow.
I look like a gargoyle, it came up.
Poor Karen at the, you won't believe it, Cake International there. I was on the stage on the Friday and Karen was down helping with Laura and a wasp come out from nowhere, not a bee, a wasp came out from nowhere and stung her right on the neck. Can't believe it, can you?
Trouble is though, I went all funny. Laura's looking at me and she's saying, go and get a drink. I went, I can't, if I stand up I might faint. She'll kill me if I faint in the middle of a demonstration.
Yeah, being the selfish one that I am. Hey,
No.
Don't worry about your wasp. Let's worry about my demonstration.
That looks nice.
Yeah.
With that silver on.
So we're just
It's galaxy white, isn't it?
galaxy white, yeah. So we're just going to put pink on. I'm only messing about now. And this is the thing really, just mess.
Well, sometimes you get your best results when you mess
Yeah,
around.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just throwing it on. Let's just get a few colours together. And then what we'll do is we'll just put a bit of pink on as well.
You can do the flooding with the Sweet Sticks paint, but I have found that it's better to put a little bit of dipping solution or rejuvenated spirit in with it, just to thin it down slightly because it's a bit gloopy to go in the perfect pour bottles.
Oh, yeah. That looks quite nice, a bit of
That
pink,
looks
isn't it?
lovely, that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a work of art now, isn't it?
Is
Look
it?
at that.
Work of art now, is it? What we call it's called rustic.
Rustic.
I like rustic here at Sugar and Crumbs, just throw it on. Don't frigging moan about it. If any of your guests moan, tell them to go away. Tell them how much work you put in. So let's get this pink on. I like this pink. This is the Faye Cahill pink. Isn't that lovely? So even if you don't want to paint your, you know, even if you don't want to paint, you know, go in and paint them, just do the whole thing in one colour.
Is that the powder pink one?
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous, that one.
Yeah. And then as it dries, just keep brushing it. It'll just keep drying. Looks nice, doesn't it? What do you think?
Do you like this one, ladies? Do you like just that, not having to paint, just paint over it?
Yeah. And if you don't like
That
it,
looks,
just paint over it.
It's really good, that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all saying it looks great.
And there are. You don't need to stress yourself about painting, then, do you? Nice little cake top of that, isn't it?
And you can read it, okay? They're absolutely perfect for baby showers.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we've got here, we've got Merry Christmas here. So what should we do with the Merry Christmas? Did we have a green? I think we did, didn't we?
We did.
We've got a pistachio green. It's probably too light, that green, do you think?
Pistachio green, yeah, you need a dye. But I mean, look, it's Christmassy. Let's
You know
have a
what, let's
pistachio.
just throw it on
Let's
and see
just
what it
have
looks
it.
like. Who cares? We're coming to the end of the live now. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? So let's just do this. Let's mess about.
Yeah, we are winging it, Lynn. You know us so well.
Yeah. But the thing is, this is what we want you to do. Oh, I need to tell you about my white pen as well.
Yeah,
Right,
don't go
okay.
anywhere yet,
don't go
ladies, till
anywhere
you've
yet.
seen
No,
this
I
white
want a
pen. It's the way forward.
Yeah. So let's do this. Let's do this. Now I don't actually know what I'm doing here, but what we're going to do, we're just going to paint this all in this green colour. So this is the pistachio green. And do you know the other thing? You know, always colour your boards. Always colour first, and then you can paint in afterwards. So you know you can rub in like that if you want to, but it's nice to do this. But it's easier to paint once you've painted in because you can actually see them. Can you see everything? See how it's all coming through? So if you decided then, isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
That's that pistachio green.
So then if you wanted to pick out the Merry Christmas in a different colour, it'd show up
So
really well.
what colour should we do the Merry Christmas? So we've got a red, we've got a deep red, haven't we? So let's do the deep red. So have I got a pearl red? I've got a poppy red here, so let's do this. Okay.
Doesn't half shine up nice, that Merry Christmas?
Doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're just going to go and put this poppy red in, and then we'll see what this looks like. So again, this is the colour splash. So I hope you enjoyed it tonight. It's just a bit of light-hearted banter. I know most of you have enjoyed it, and some of you are new and have no frigging idea what's going on. But anyhow, let's say hello to the newbies. Have you enjoyed it? Come on, tell us, who's watching? Who's spying? Who's from another company? Look at what we're doing. So, come on, tell us. Right, can you see that well enough on the camera?
No, can you bring it a bit further? A bit further in, please.
Right, okay, so let's move that over.
Don't smudge my flooding.
Alright, well, smudge your flooding. So I have broke this because it's been drying. But anyhow, it don't matter. I broke it because it's drying now and you shouldn't really be lifting it once it's dry, but anyhow.
Everyone's loved it tonight.
Have they? Good.
Yeah.
Should we do Thursday nights, Carol and Karen?
Comedy duet.
5 hours, really wind John up. Hello John, what have you been doing? Oh, I've been playing with Karen in the kitchen. Right, okay then. So you could do the flooding again, but I'm just going to do the hand jobby. So here we go.
You've cheered Tracy Atkinson up. She's full of her head colds, and we've really cheered her up today.
I was talking to her on the phone the other day. We're both the same. We're both full of it. And to be fair, I get through the day all right, and then I get in bed or near bedtime, and it just all starts again.
No, Lorraine, I'm not working 5 hours with Carol.
On a Thursday. Right, that brush is a bit ropey. That brush. Let me just get this brush. So yeah, I need a decent brush. Here we go.
It's showing up nice, that red against the pistachio.
Yeah. And you know what? You don't have to put these on a plaque. You just sit these on the side of your cake, you know. So you can lift it up, sit it on the side of your cake. You could actually put it on top of your cake. You can write anything you want on it. And the best thing to do is do one coat first and then go back in and do another coat. Or do the flooding, because that gets it all done in one go. But I'm not confident enough to do the flooding.
Mo says, have a hot port with some honey and lemon.
Well, I wish I would, but believe it or not, Mo, I'm actually allergic to alcohol. So I don't drink. And to be fair, it's probably a good idea I don't drink. Could you imagine if I drank what I'd be like?
Oh, no.
Eh? Too vocal as it is. Could you imagine how brave I'd be if I had a drink? John loves having a gag round my neck, I tell you. But he's watching there with Nigel, and I've not looked at my phone. I've probably got text messages. Wrap it up now, Carol. Right, okay then. So this is a poinsettia area, so we'll just do that in the red as well. You're all holding your breath.
You know what? I hold my breath while you're doing that. It's really, I don't know. It's just I held my breath while I was doing the flooding.
Yeah.
You don't breathe.
Well, I said a little bit more. So if it goes a bit thick, just add a little bit more rejuvenated, because you've got to remember that it's drying out. So I kind of feel as though it's gone a little bit thick. Let's just do that. We're going to put some white dots on there in a minute. Right, I'm just going to turn this round so I can see it, because I can't paint it.
So hi to Jane McDougall. She's a newbie and she's thoroughly enjoying tonight.
Oh, that's nice. Well, welcome to the group, Jane. We're here every Monday and most Thursdays. We always try and get somebody into the kitchen, and if there's nobody coming up, then it's me.
And a sidekick.
And a sidekick. And if you don't, and the problem is when it's me, we never know really what's happening. So, just to tell you about classes, guys. Georgie Godball's booked all her classes. So for the beginning of the year, we've got the diary ready for the beginning of the year. So she's booked her classes on for the 27th, 28th and 29th of March. So do get booked on. There's a few people already booked on already. If you want to get on, they're £125 a class and they are great fun. Okay, so that's Georgie Godbold. Now, Natalie Porter has booked her classes as well. And I've booked the dates in. And they're for the first weekend in May, I think. Do you know that the Bank Holiday Monday that we have this year, next year, it's on a Friday. We're having an early spring bank, so we're not having a Bank Holiday Monday, we're having a Bank Holiday Friday. I couldn't believe it, I thought my calendar had gone a bit weird. Yeah. But if you Google it, yeah, that's what's happening. Oh. So we're having a Friday. Anyhow, she's in the weekend before, so... Anyhow, we've not put on, we're going to do 3 one-day classes. And instead of doing one big class, because I really would like you all to try and get on the Natalie Porter class if you can. And some of you feel a little bit intimidated, you know, when you're doing those 3-4 tier wedding cakes. So we're going to do some single tier wedding cakes. But on the Friday, she's going to do a basic flowers class. So that's where you come, you learn how to make a peony, a rose, buds, a few other little bits. And she'll show you how to colour and dust as well. So you don't make a cake, you just learn how to use her rapid rose cake kit. Sorry, I have to think what I'm doing here.
So hi to Sharon Tickner as well. She's a newbie and she's loved watching you do the sweet stamps and she can't wait to start playing with hers.
Right, right. Has she bought them off us yet?
Yes, she has, yeah.
Fantastic. Right, so it wasn't the neatest job, this one. I think this could have done with the flooding really, couldn't it?
When it's long words, usually it works out best for you on flooding it with the long words.
Yeah. Hey, you getting cocky, oh well. Karen's giving advice now.
It's the only time I'm going to do it.
You'll be here doing it regular, Karen. We'll have Karen next week designing a board. So Karen's homework this week.
Oh no.
Oh, where are we going on Saturday, Karen?
Oh, we're going to Chunda.
Yeah, so we're on the Chunda TV on Saturday. So if you want to watch us, 2 PM, Chunda Television, we're there. I don't know whether I'll be allowed to say some things on there. I might have to be a bit more polite.
I think she might be gagged.
Yeah. I think John's seriously worried. He's offered to drive us down.
Yeah. So he's got some gaffer tape with him.
Yeah, exactly. Right, okay then. And then I'm just going to That's not the gold. Where's that gold gone? Let me have the
here.
On the tray here. So I'm just going to...
Sue Carol never gets time off. She's always working.
Yeah. So just going to rejuvenate that up. Move that out of the way. Yeah, so we're down in Peterborough on Saturday on a Chunda TV. So my son is coming up from London. He lives in Surrey. So he's coming up on Friday with the baby. And that's our youngest grandbaby, Bella. And she's just started walking. So he's coming up with her on Friday. So I am having Friday night off. We're having an Indian at my son's house. Then we're up early for an early start, picking Karen up. And then we're off to a Chunda television. And we've got to be there for 12, get set up. And then we go live at 2 o'clock. We're on for an hour. And then we drive home. I think we get home about 7 o'clock. And then I'm off to Nantwich on Sunday to have a family day. So my daughter is cooking Sunday dinner. So I am getting a day off this week. Got a loose hair in here, it's driving me nuts. So I'm not as neat really with this. But he looks alright, doesn't he?
It looks fine.
Are you just being nice, Karen?
No, I'm not. It's just that people are really complimented on me flooding, so I thought I'd be nice to you.
Are you getting all the...
I'm getting a lot of compliments.
Yeah, you're getting all the compliments about flooding.
Hi to Moira, she's a newbie too and she's learned a lot tonight. It's welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs Madhouse.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that looks good.
Yeah, it's a bit rough.
No, on the camera it looks really good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Close up. Have I got to step back?
Yes, if you
Do
step
your
back.
words, step back.
Step back and look at it. It looks really good.
Right. Okay. So what we'll do is there then. Let's get that. Where's that? Let's get another brush. So you can always, everything that's in your tray, don't think you've wasted it. We're just gonna...
Remember, once you finish using it, let it dry, and then you can scrape it back into your tubs again.
So it's got a couple of cracks in this. Might make it a little bit more oldie worldy, mightn't it?
Rustic.
Yeah, rustic. We like rustic, don't we? I think rustic's the way forward. You know what that means? Rustic, home baking, made with love.
Absolutely.
We don't want anything too professional. Scares everybody.
Amy said it looks great. Amy Coyle's watching. Hi, Amy.
Is she? Hey, well done, Amy. Are you in Manila yet? Are you all set up? Has she watched all of it? Ask her.
I don't know. Have you watched all of it, Amy? Tracy says Amy better watch out because I'll have a job soon.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Did you see? I couldn't breathe while I was doing that.
Anyway, I don't know whether I've made that worse or not, but there you go.
It's all about playing.
It's all about playing. Don't know whether I made it worse or not. So that's us with the sweet stamps. We've been playing here in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Come on round, Karen. Are you over there?
Yeah. We're over to... there we go. Let's change the camera. Right, we're back again now.
Right, okay then. So that's us in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. We've had a great night tonight. It wasn't really, it was a bit of fun. It was to talk about the sweet stamps, talk about the sale, talk about playing, and you know what, just making a nice big old mess in the kitchen, which we clearly have. And we hope you've really enjoyed it. Karen's flooding has been excellent, little star, aren't you? And we're going to go and have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us. And on Monday, where are we on Monday? Oh, Saturday at Chunder TV, 2 o'clock we are.
Yes.
Monday, what are we doing? Karen Day, no, Emily Coyle.
Yes.
So Emily Coyle, so be here on Monday. So she's bringing her cake cream. So something a bit different from the flavoured icing sugars. It's Swiss meringue buttercream powder form in a packet, and she's going to come and show you how to use that. She's got loads of different colours as well, and she's going to use the sweet stamps as well, show you how to do some effects on there. Shell is coming with her as well, so we're going to have a great night with those two girls, and I'll show you how to use the Russian piping tips with them, because the Russian piping tips do work with them as well.
And you've got Laura back.
And you've got Laura back. She's a good one. She's a good one.
I might just nip in though.
Yeah. Well, do a bit of flooding again. So what we want to do is say thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for being fun and understanding how we work. Go and get shopping on the Sugar and Crumbs website, sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. Grab the last of the sweet stamps while you can. I know we've got urban and we've got sweet sticks. We've got plenty of those.
And we've got a few curly left.
Yeah, a few curly left.
So,
And we've only got round pickup pads.
here we have.
The little ones.
Yeah.
Right, that's us done. Go on,
Thank you.
Go and turn it off. Let's say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Cheerio.